It worked so good, I wasn't prepared. Chair got stuck. What is wrong? Why did the swivels not want to swivel the way they were swiveling? Why do I have earbuds in? Oh my gosh, I'm such a rank amateur right now. Holy cow. I was like, why does it sound like I'm swimming? I can't hear. Oh, well, that's good. There's thunder happening. The days are awesome. This isn't playing. No, you can't come in here. If someone sees the white rabbit in chat, please tell her that the dogs are wanting attention. How are you beautiful tubers doing tonight? Boy, I tell you what, got a show tonight. Hopefully everything works out. A little behind on a couple things that just popped in my head right before we started, but had a big day. How do you guys like that thumbnail? It came out pretty good, didn't it? Ballstorm did that. So there you go. Bad Duck says, quackity, quack, quack. Bad Duck, you're going to love it. I got some new things, but I don't yet. So don't pay attention to me right now. Hey, Marshall, how are you doing? Bruce from Oregon. The Bruce from Oregon I know is Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell. So Bruce from Oregon, if you know Bruce Campbell, will you please tell him that he is my favorite action star of all time?
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Army of Darkness, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Longsinger, how are you doing? Michelle Smuck. Do y'all know about Michelle Smuck? Boom. Smuck is something else. Melissa Joy, how are you? Tia Nina, Texas Jen, happy Monday, y'all. Guys, Texas Jen is so cool. I'm always blessed when I get a chance to hear her voice. Kimberly Ray, how are you doing? My Four Sons, hey, good seeing you again. My Four Sons, I feel like I didn't see you over the weekend. I just miss you. I don't want to miss you if you're in chat. If you're off watching better content, then good for you. Good job. That's not hard. Just everything is better. So anyway, Melanie Beeman, how are you doing? Lee, how are you? Linda Zanine, will you be back for trivia tomorrow? Tomorrow night is Taco Tuesday trivia. I will be setting that up soon. D. Robertson, what's happening? T for 2, Maverick, Negative Ghost Rider. Lady Tammy, the party's ready to start now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, look at this. Volstorm is here. Everyone, please put your hands together and thank the Volstorm. He is an incredible person. Paula Carpenter, how are you doing? Bruce, yeah. You know what? Just remember this, and we'll talk about it later. My bet, if I'm going to bet on something, I'm going to say it's not going to go to trial. She will do whatever she can to settle. But that's just right now. Anyway. Oh, cool. I got here quickly. Oh, yeah. You guys are watching that Umbrella dude. He's much better than me. I'd watch him too. He knows what he's talking about. He's got a cool voice. I like the Umbrella guy. La Mama Bear. Florida Mama Bear. Good evening, expert in chat. I dig it. What is that? A flower? What flower is that? And did you take that picture? Yes, more hot tub time in Arizona. Oh, I hope that gets answered tonight. It's all going to get answered, hopefully. Wait a second. I'm a affirmation husted. How do I sign up so I can protect my identity? First, you got to get some sunglasses. That helps. Crazy old fart. Rudy Toot Toot. Love it. Okay. So, guys. Squid Pro Quo, how are you doing? I was thinking about you earlier. It was written into one of the previous court orders that they had to discuss the settlement. It's not going to happen. Well, if it's that they have to discuss it, why isn't that going to happen? B Bean. But the question is, am I alive? I don't know. I don't know anymore. So I had a busy day, guys. Listen, we're going to talk about this. Almost could, yeah, you know what I almost said? I almost said Linda Lovelace. Linda Lovelace. That's who we're going to talk about tonight. Laura Owens, Linda Lovelace, same person. We're going to talk about her in a little bit. Okay. I got someone's going to be coming on and sharing their expert knowledge. But before then, I got to do some housekeeping. So if you guys see anybody in the chat that is coming to Dollywood, wants to know about Dollywood's harassing about Dollywood, it's not harassing. I love it. I'm teasing. Too much of my father coming at me when I say that. But I feel like Clark Griswold. That sucked. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. So Dollywood is a week from this Thursday, which is like 12 days, 10 days, 11 days, 11 days. We have thunder. Sorry. It's 11 days. Hey, my dogs rock. How are you doing? Major Mom. I pulled up that article about the Rangers, Marshals, and I've not read it yet, but I asked my wife about it. She hadn't heard anything either. It's really weird. Cherry Moore, how are you doing? So Dollywood is Squid Pro. Send me a message sometime on if you should be on Discord. Or no, send to me on Twitter. I want to know what you know. Cool. Anyway, so here's the thing. This was asked me last night. I was in Discord doing a chat with everybody. By the way, if you are a member, I have not put the new link up. But if you sign to Discord with your YouTube account, you are automatically entered in. All right. So, hey, Ella Pate. Why do I mess that up? Someone tell me how to do it. Michelle Russo, what's happening? So a lot of questions were going on about this. I want to get all this stuff get going. So, Dollywood is the 16th. That's on next week from this Thursday. All right. Right. It's the 16th. Or is it the 17th? You guys have messed me up already. No, it's a week from this Thursday. What we're going to do is, so a lot of people are coming in on Wednesday. Some people are coming in on Tuesday. Wednesday night. All right. Hang on. Let me find this. All right, here we go. I'm going to show. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to share the screen with you guys. So what we're doing is Wednesday night. I said what we're doing, what I'm doing. A few other people are going to be doing the same thing. I am not an event coordinator. I would hate if I thought that somebody was doing something depending upon me for them to have a good time. I want you guys to explore, have fun. If you want to hang out with your friends, here, your 2D friends in 3D, then this is what's going to be happening. And I've put together an idea of things that I think are going to be the easiest for the broadest amount of people. Make sense? Libby, what's happening, bud? Biff Thunder Muffin, how are you? Yes, thank you. 16th is Dollywood. Thank you. Gosh, Volstorm. This is why Volstorm, it's actually, I work for him. So it's his channel. There's a place called Main Event. Okay. So this is what they do. They have, well, it's not a bowling alley. I don't know why they're so focused on that. Why is everything bowling? They have skeet too. Why is that? This is all horrible. More bowling. No, they have, okay, yeah, like laser tag, virtual reality, Roblox games. That's what I want to do. They do have billiards. I didn't see mini golf or gravity room. They have escape rooms? Oh, that's cool. Where are the games? I want to learn more about the games. VR gaming. No, I don't see that. Oh, they have lightsaber dojo? What is this? What is lightsaber dojo? So I want to see dojo. I don't care about all this other stuff. Where's the dojo? Look at that. Well, Volstorm and I will be playing some lightsabers. I got that part down. Anyway, it is, we'll do locations and we'll do so this is okay, there we go. There's like the first line. Learn more about our experiences. So they have bowling, gravity ropes, and billiards games. Okay, they still don't show all the video games they have. Anyway, this is Wednesday night. I'm thinking, all right, there's the stuff, there's the info if you want to have it. And then on Thursday, okay, Thursday is Dollywood. Cool. You guys good with that? Now let's see what I missed in the chat. Kimberly Ray, what's happening? It stormed here earlier, but passed over real quick. That's awesome. Don't let out insider secrets. Oh, that you run the place. Paula Carpenter, how are you doing? All right, see. There we go. Dictionary Diva will be bowling with Texas Jen. I'll be in lane 2, bowling all alone with Dictionary Diva. And I also love this, or Texas Jen will be playing a mean gamble. Guys, I would not put money on the table if you're playing against Texas Jen. The only time I'm going to say that. So bonus points for you for being here. Melody, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Yeah, this is what it has. All that stuff. Fall Storm's right. See, I told you I work for him. Christine Fortunato, how are you doing? Anyway, so this is Wendy Bono. Hi, expert. Hope you all have a blast at Dollywood. Wendy, thank you so much. Am I going to have to find my picture of Santa Val? I might have to. That could be, it'll take a second for me to find that. But I'm not going to find it right now. Because right now, we're going back to something. You know what? Here's the thing. As I'm going to tell you guys what's happening in the future of the channel here and stuff. But right now, you know what we do have? We always love. Even though this is the original. Now let's just see what this is. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing fine. I've got to find a new redhead intro because as we go further along, I got some other plans going on. It's going to be awesome.
Now.
I'm a big 4th of July guy.
Okay.
And so I've got everything planned out from here to the 4th of July for what to do here in this channel. Were the sunglasses too much for you? You had to take them off?
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how.
A lot of hours in front. Okay, I have a 32-inch monitor, like 16 inches away from me.
Yeah, but I've got a 24. I've got multiple screens, and it's too much. But you got to tell everyone, where do you get your sunglasses? They are your thing.
Yeah, you go to Amazon, you type in Tony Stark sunglasses. You know, Iron Man.
Did you hear that, Bruce?
Yeah,
we had a request in the Dave Neal chat for where did Expert get his sunglasses?
I'll find them and I'll put them in the chat. So
Yeah.
everybody, this special guest. Hold on, I think you're over this way. Hang on. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side. Here, there you go. So I have the TV on so I can see where I am because I naturally look this way. This is the good part of my face. So anyway, it makes me look like I'm looking away from you. I like to look like I'm talking to you. Sorry. Nuances of YouTubing. I have a couple more things here on Dollywood, and we'll go straight into Laura Owens. Did you hear me call her Linda Lovelace a little bit ago? Yeah, Linda Lovelace. I'm not going to ask anymore. If you don't know, don't look her up. We'll talk it later. Maybe ask Shizzy. He'll know. But anyway, so everybody, this is main event on Wednesday night. Thursday is Dollywood all day. So like they open at 10 a.m. I'm going to try to get there at 10. We'll just say I'm going to be late, okay? Because that usually happens. Time's a social construct. But then Friday night, and this is the big one. I want everybody to, this is the big deal. All right. Friday night is this place, Creekside, Knoxville. Wait, hold on, that's the wrong one. Let's see here. The back alley at Creekside. This is it. See all the food and everything. They got bar, restaurant, enclosed dining space. I don't know why that doesn't click. They've updated their website. It's horrible. But anyway, where do I want to do? I want to go over here. And nope, that's not the right one. I want the map. So there's the map. It is 6729 Malone Circle Creek Drive. I guess I need to do that, don't I? Hang on. All right, there you go. Sorry, I'm a bad copier and paster. So paste that. And then after the show on Friday, because the show, they close at 10. All right. Am I boring you yet, Big Johnson?
Sorry. I'm getting my stuff organized.
So they close at 10. What's the name of the other place? I forgot it already. I just had it pulled up here too. Hold on. Hang on. Yeah. How do you spell that word? How do you spell street? STREET? Boy, I'm Clancy's Tavern. That's the yes. Okay. So after FNL, there's no cover charge, nothing like that. There's no tickets. All right. I own I've rented out the venue. That way I can kick out people I don't like. Yeah, then I like the first thing conversation Big Johnson and I had that wasn't televised. I said, like, I have a tendency to block a lot of people around here. Don't attack people in the chat. We're nice here. Okay, so this is Clancy's in Knoxville. I figured so the show ends. Like I said, the place closes at 10. We've got it from 7 p.m. to 10. That is Creekside deal. Clancy's is a whiskey house, and this is their whole thing. And there's free parking right behind here. It's a good, cool hangout. So that is going to be after FNL. This is clancystavern.com. Here, I'll copy that too. Robert James, how you doing, bud? And then let's see here. What was the oh yeah. Let me just remove this. There we go. Then Saturday night. How do you spell that? I can't spell anything anymore. No, that's it. It already says win tickets. I don't want to win tickets. unless there's something going on weird here. Saturday night will be this place here. Why I hate the way that looks. So it's called Cotton Eye Joe. And boy, these websites really suck. You can tell nobody uses websites anymore. Like, shouldn't they have an entrance? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so Saturday night, Cotton Eye Joe's. They have line dancing, all that good stuff. I don't line dance. Yeah, there they are. See that right there? The 2018 ACM, whatever ACM is. Nightclub of the year. Well, that's 2018 was a long time ago. Hopefully they've renovated since then. There's a picture of the inside. Let's see here. At the Joe. Let's see. Oh, no, let's do the tour. Tour the Joe. All right, yeah. See, this is the inside of this place. Yeah, it's got a blank screen. That's cool. We always like blank screens here. What is going on? Really? The whole thing's stuck?
Try zooming out. Maybe it's zoomed in too much.
I mean, really, what's going on? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is again. Stuck. All right, let's do this. Let's just take all that off. And then we'll go in. No, I don't want to win tickets. I hate pop-ups. Gosh, I hate pop-ups. Tour the Joe. This is it. I'm not going to click it again. You know, there's a deal. They got a mechanical bull. That's not the mechanical bull, but they got one. They have rocking chairs, you know, if you like to rock or sit in chairs. These are adult-sized jingos over here, it looks like. Bars, all that good stuff. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking of right now for Saturday. There's some stuff that, you know, other stuff's going on. But anyway, that's the tentative of everything. If you have a question or anything right now, ask Miami or Texas Jen or Danielle. For me, if you're following a different creator coming in, like MG Law or I just want blank. He's the only person I can think of. Ask him. But everybody's supposed to be there. It's like MLS, MG Law, Kaiser, Pineapple, Hollow Weights, Ballstorm, and Diva are going to be there, of course. White Rabbit, myself. Who else? There's
a whole lot of trouble is going to be there all at once.
Oh yeah, there is. There's a couple other creators that might show up too that are to be determined, to be announced. So anyway, that's it. That's the cleanup I had to do, and I feel like I did a horrible job because I was just trying to rush into it last night. Big Johnson.
Yeah.
You play pool?
Pool?
Yeah,
I can. I do not do well.
You don't do well?
I'm not good at pool.
The best way to play pool with a girl, you know.
Tell me.
You want to
tell me how to play pool with a girl?
To play pool with a girl, the best way to play pool with a girl is to make sure you lose.
No. I get angry if people lose on purpose when they play against me. I like proving I can play with the boys, so don't go easy. But darts I could play. Darts I beat the boys fairly without them.
I don't play darts.
Cheat and let me win.
I'm not a dart person.
No?
No, ever since I got hit in the head as a kid with a lawn dart, I don't throw them.
I can understand that.
Steve Gosney is in the chat. How are you doing, Steve? What is happening, sir? Steve Gosney. Meet Big Johnson. Big Johnson.
Author, right?
Gosney. Yes.
I've heard you talk about him before.
Death Unto Desires, the book right now. I'm going to redo this the way I'm doing it. I'm going to read chapters from this and put it as a members only videos because, we'll see how it works out. I'll probably get berated about that too. But anyway, that is what is happening. So, oh, wait a second. Steve, are you ready to talk about Laura Owens?
Are you ready for this crazy?
Are you ready? Hang on a second. All right. Steve is a incredible defense attorney out of Florida as well. So let's see what he thinks about. You want to hear get some real professional, real expert stuff?
Oh yeah.
That sound okay? All right, hang on a second. I'm trying to find him. I got to push so many buttons. All right, let's see here. What button? I'm on the wrong screen. Steve, I'm an idiot. Sorry, bud. Oh, there you are.
You need an IT goatee.
I can't grow facial hair.
No. IT goatee helps out on some of the other streams, like Megan Fox, because I'm in the same boat as Megan, where there's a lot of things I don't know how to do behind the scenes, but he has a lot of answers. Very knowledgeable.
There's a lot of things I do know how to do behind the scenes, but that's how I caught the white rabbit.
Oh snap!
Oh, I'm just kidding. If you heard her talk, do what?
I said it's still early. No
For
chocolate
you.
that early.
Let's see here. Oh, there he is. All right. All right, check it out, Steve. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about, because the whole Dollywood thing got me into this, and this is what I was like, how do I do this? And I was thinking, I've talked a lot about you today, Big Johnson.
Me?
Yes, you, because you're being volunteered, or as some people around here say it, Miami Spice, you're getting voluntold that you're going to do something.
Oh, what am I doing?
We want to do ladies' night, and last night it started with it was like, because there's so many redheads around here, redheads and blondes and brunettes, and call it Red, Blonde, and Bruise, starting July 1st for 4th of July. 3 nights of ladies' nights. So
3 nights in a row. And so you'll do like the blondes, the brunettes, and the redheads, or you'll do them all together every night?
I haven't gone that far. I was thinking about it all together. I do. Yeah. We'll. This is just it's percolating right now, but yeah, you got voluntold. And
the expert's here, man. The expert is cool. My new buddy, he's cool.
Steve Gosney.
The man.
How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Awesome. Have you met Big Johnson?
Hey, Big Johnson. How are you?
Hi. Nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to meet you. Actually,
Big Johnson,
I have a special request for the expert.
Okay.
Can you do like present screen, or can I present screen?
Yeah, present screen.
I need you to check something for me.
Okay.
Okay, can you go to stevegosney.com and then present it? Yeah, okay, now click on events. I wanted you to double check something.
I think I might know what this is.
Your Orlando meet and greet.
Yeah, see that? And then read on down.
Orlando meet and greet, book reading Wednesday, May 8th, 7 p.m. The short attention span storytelling hour. Oh, I like that. Wednesday, May 8th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Stardust video and coffee. Also 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday, May 17th, the Back Alley Creekside. No way, dude.
You know, I was telling you a little offline that my heart was in it, but my wallet was not.
Yes.
And I was talking to the wife, and I've got a great wifey.
Yes.
You can put it down and do it. I wanted to let you know. You're the first one to know. This is the exclusive, a breaking story. Breaking now.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, and I was talking to the wife, and I was like, we just can't, let's bring it. But then she's like, I have all these Sky Miles. So she's got all these Sky Miles. So I said, really? And she's like, yeah, I can use those for hotel room.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
So I said, can we get a hotel in Knoxville? Or she's like, Pigeon Forge. So
Dude.
I'll be there, man.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is going to throw a monkey wrench in everything, though, because I am such a big fan of yours that I don't care about everything else. I just want to hang out with you, man.
Well, we'll be there. We're going to go to the Dollywood. I've never been to Dollywood, so I'll be there at
awesome.
Dollywood, and then I'll be at the meet and greet. I'll do a meet and greet with you guys at that thing, and then Saturday we'll be there through Saturday. So
Oh, awesome.
yeah.
Oh my
So I thought
gosh.
I wanted to tell you this is breaking news, exclusive. The first time it's been announced. I just put it up. I didn't even announce it on my own stream.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is so awesome. Hang on a second. Hang on. Dude, this is so cool. All right, hang on. Oh, I turn back on. Hang on.
What's he doing? Big Johnson. Sorry, I didn't mean if it interrupt anything here.
Not at all.
But I thought, he and I had been talking a little bit about this, and I was like, I just don't know if I can make it. I want to, but it just things kismet.
It has to fall into place correctly to make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
So what where did the expert
but
go?
it's super exciting.
So tell me about.
Sorry, I ran and told my wife. You should see her. She's trying to eat. She's got the dogs. She's laying in bed. And I was like, Steve's coming. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. And I was like, you want to come in? And she looked at me. She's like, I'm watching TV. I'm on bed. I got one hand has my phone for the stream. One, has food. She has, and there's two dogs next to her. I was like, she said, tell Steve, thank you so much. And she's so excited too.
Well, there's so many nice people surrounding you. And it's like, you and the White Rabbit are excellent people. And then Valhalla Awaits and his wife are wonderful. They're coming. And then, of course, I said Broken Baker is flying across the pond just so he can have a date with Danielle. So I think that's really cool. And so there's a number, it's like all the nice folks that are around in the circle here. Who else is coming? Who else is coming again?
It's you know what? I got asked that last night. I was like, I don't have a list right now. I need, because there's a lot of people that are coming. I don't even know. And I said, like, there might be other people coming because I know you had mentioned how much you would like to come. And I just got done saying that. But it's like MLS, MG Law, myself. You got Valhalla. You got Kaiser. Pineapple's gonna be
Kaiser.
Here.
I've never, all these
T-Rex, of course, Danielle, Caitlin. Who all am I missing? This is what I hate about saying who else is going to be here because I forget things. Wendy H. She helps out when MLS and Valhalla do their Lego streams. She runs that. Yeah, you did a Lego stream.
Yes.
So Wendy, she's coming from California.
See, this is the thing. I mean, people are coming from all over, and
it's crazy.
It's a neat little group, and I'm not certain. I will tell you, there's a lot of stuff brewing in the life of Gosding.
Texas Jen's coming from Dallas.
Okay. Texas Jen's going to be there.
Oh my gosh. She's
how
like,
can
hello?
I not show up at this event? I got to, it's a 9-hour drive. But, the wife, the wife, I'm like, I'm not going to, I'm not going. But she said, we've got all these Sky Miles.
Yeah.
That we can use. And I'm like, okay, well, could we use it? She's use it for hotels. So that's that. I just wanted to jump in and say hello and to say that and to say hello to Big Johnson. I've never met her before. So I want to say hi. I don't really need to participate in any legal stuff.
No, I know. I talked about you today, Steve, and I said he is so great because he's like, I don't want to talk about law. It feels like work. And I'm like, it is so refreshing to hear somebody say that.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I'm like, all this stuff. I can't sit there and watch trials all day and everything else. But it is Big Johnson. Real quick, to tell you about her. So there's this dude who was on The Bachelor. I'm sure you're a big fan of The Bachelor. And he met a girl who later was trying to sue him for paternity. And they never had carnal knowledge like that. So she evidently it was an oral friendship.
Oh,
and
okay, I've heard. Yeah, Megan Fox is covering this.
Yes, yes. Well, Big Johnson lives in Scottsdale where this is happening.
Okay.
And she's actually been to court and
Oh.
watched a couple of the proceedings. So when this whole thing comes up, she's gonna be there. And you know what I said to her? I got a hold of Big Johnson. I said, I want you to be my Megan Fox. Isn't that awful? I was like, because she's gonna be there. Because it's really cool. I was like, I'm a small channel. I like to have somebody that I can talk to and I know and have a relationship with. You know, we can banter back and forth.
Yeah.
And so we're just having a good time.
Well, that's
So-
I'm not going to interrupt your season of
Dude,
oral
I'm
copulation.
so
here.
excited, man.
But I did want to let you know that because as soon as I found out, we just booked. I got the reservations and confirmed. So I'll be there. I'll be at just the first time I'll meet you at the Dollywood Gates, or what is it?
Okay.
And then when we'll show up, we'll talk, and then I'll definitely be at that bar on Friday night, and we'll do the thing there, and then we'll see. And I'm pretty much flexible around that, but
Awesome.
I've never been to Dollywood. I don't know what to expect or anything. So
They have a bunch of roller coasters, but it's also they got like a whole. It's for how small of a theme park and how small of an area it is. It's very impressive. And it's like one of the top 10, theme parks. Also, it's not Orlando,
right.
which I know you're very familiar with.
I'm very familiar. I've been
But
to Disney over 100 times because we had annual passes. But all right, enough of me.
All right, see you, bud.
I'll talk
Thank
to you
you
later.
so
Nice
much.
meeting you, Big Johnson. Go get him.
Nice to meet you as well.
This is awesome. Thank you, everybody. Steve Gosney, please go check out his YouTube. Subscribe wherever you see him. Go support him and tell him you came from over here. That's so awesome.
That's awesome.
You're
That'll be
like
cool.
you're a rabbit's foot. You're good luck.
Good luck.
There you go. No, I'm scared of redheads, so that's why I have to say nice things. So,
I suppose.
Melanie, goodbye. See you later.
Bye.
Let's see real quick. Want to see if anybody said anything. It didn't take long, Suze, did it? Hey, not sure. How are you doing? And let's see here. Dan Davis, what's up? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. Gotta take care of the chat. So, Big Johnson.
Yes.
I want to start. I have a pet peeve, and I'm going to get in trouble for this. There are a lot of YouTube creators that automatically assume you know everything, you know as much as they do.
True.
When they start their stream. And so if you come into a stream, they're just talking away and they're starting in the middle of the story. And I was thinking that if we're going to do this, we're going to go forward, and this happens in June, that we need to know from the beginning of the story. And I know all, I don't know. I'm not an expert like you are. So,
well, I felt like an expert up until these last couple of weeks because it has gotten super wild as of late. But yes, I do know my stuff from the beginning.
It's awesome. Like you really, you're incredible in this, and I hope that you're having fun because I want to have fun, and everybody else does. And I think we can. This is going to be a great topic, and I will be focusing heavily on this once Dollywood gets over with. So we got another week, which is perfect time for when this starts. So, those of you that don't know Big Johnson, this is her. And why is she here, you might say? She's here because I saw her in MG Law's chat, and I just kept seeing that name go by, and I kept seeing like what she was saying, and everything she was saying, like she was saying stuff before whatever it was we were watching or reading before it got to it. I was like, okay, this person knows what they're doing. They're more than just following along. They're proactive about it. So I reached out to her and I was like, and then, I had a stream. Actually, that's what it was. I had a stream about it, and you were in the chat. I was like, hey, you want to come and correct me because I'm an idiot. And here we are. So
I had fun and I kept coming back.
that's weird. That's weird. Everybody else, they just say they don't have anything else to do. So without, you don't have to go back to like your story, like how you found it and everything.
Mhm.
I mean, that's very interesting, but let's just do, who is Clayton Echard?
Okay. Clayton Echard is he's a public figure. He played for the NFL. He was on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, so it's 2 different seasons. He moved to Arizona a few years ago and has got into doing real estate out here and
Now,
getting.
Can I stop you? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was on Bachelorette and didn't get picked.
Yeah.
Correct. And then he was the next season of The Bachelor.
Yeah. Not that,
So
it wasn't immediate, but
do what?
he wasn't like, I don't think he was immediately. I don't watch The Bachelor, so I don't know timing or when. I just know he was on there at some point.
Yeah, I Bachelor. So anyway, now Bachelor is one of the top rated shows and everything else. So this guy, he is a public figure. That's what I wanted to do, because you started off saying he's a public figure, and that will matter later on. So the dude is put out there, and you have to realize part of being a public figure is you have to volunteer for that position. You know, you have to put yourself out there. Like, you are a private citizen until you turn in your papers to run for office. Then all of a sudden you become public. See, there's an actual thing. So like, he became public once he got on there. Sorry, go on, Big Jonathan.
You're good.
So he comes back from.
Sorry, I'm talking crap to the chat. So
they'll get you. You gotta be careful. Don't read the chat. That's what I always tell people. I never do.
He moved to Arizona, got into real estate, and getting into real estate is how Laura Owens found him. She reached out to him on Indeed because she wanted him to sell or to be her real estate agent, broker, whatever it's called, for some horse property she wanted to buy. So that's when their connection started and where he came from.
So, and what's Indeed? You've told me
Indeed,
before,
it's a website. It's like networking for business professionals. You can find jobs on there. You can post your own resume.
So she wasn't on like Zillow. She wasn't on realtor.com looking.
No, I didn't find my real estate agent on Indeed, but I know people find each other on it. It's an odd choice, I would think, and it was like within days of him posting and updating his profile to show that accolade or qualification.
Do you think that she is Valhalla here?
Oh, cool. It's LinkedIn. Oh my goodness. It's LinkedIn.
Oh, she was on LinkedIn.
Chat, you guys are amazing.
This was another part. This is another conversation day. I was talking, and this person said, "What was Valhalla was completely blown away by Big Johnson. Like he couldn't get over that he's never seen her. It's like, does he not realize how big YouTube is?" And I was like, I think he was just upset that he doesn't realize that I spotted talent, much like I spotted him as having talent. He doesn't realize that he's here because I like him. I'm kidding. I'm joking around. No. So it's LinkedIn. So LinkedIn,
my bad.
Yeah, it's a magical thing that everyone says, "Oh, you gotta be on LinkedIn." And I looked at it one time, I was like, "What is this? I'm not doing it." But that's me. So, but I do know it's for professionals, supposed to be for networking and business and stuff. What was her business?
Well, she was reaching out to him because she wanted assistance in purchasing 4 different properties. She has a plethora of different businesses, has had, throughout the years, but they're kind of irrelevant to the case in general.
Well, hold on though. Are they still around?
How do I respond to this one? She signs her emails with her podcast, Nobody Told Me, that she did with her mom, who is also a famous radio host.
I thought that was her dad.
They both her parents are.
Okay. So she grew up in a celebrity household.
I was not an A-list celebrity, but in a different. Yeah, they grew up in California. Her family is very well known out there in that industry.
Okay.
But
so her and her mom did podcasts. What else did she do?
She also says that she owns, I don't know the name of it, so I'm not even going to try.
Okay.
She works in selling horses. She's in the horse industry. So she lists some horse company where they broker horses and train them. And then she recently came out with a new business that has something to do with selling property or loans or something. Let me pull up this. That was not a question I was prepared for.
Well, that's what you get when you come here. Sorry.
No.
No, there's a reason why I asked this is because I want to know, does she still do the podcast?
So as of the time we found the case, anything we found on the podcast, I believe new material hadn't been recorded in over 2 years, and they were just recycling old things they had posted previously.
Okay. So podcast is just it's just there. It's a ghost ship. But the horse trading she flips horses.
Something in the realm of horses, yes. Like she posts some for sale, and it's like a barn or something. Chat, thank you so much, Jane. Keybacker is her most recent business.
What is Keybacker? You don't need to know it. I mean, Jane, do you know what Keybacker is? Real in a quick one, or Baby Yoda, Vanished Twin. That is a great name. Baby Yoda, Vanished Twin. That is awesome. Hey, T-Rex, I was just talking about you. T-Rex, did you hear the big news? Steve Gosney's going to be there.
Okay. So on her LinkedIn, she's the founder at Keybacker, podcast host at Nobody Told Me, a TEDx speaker, high-end horse sales at Quartet Farms. That was what I was not thinking of. And a real estate investor at Liz Max Investments.
Do you know who Liz Max is?
It's based in Scottsdale. It just says that it's a new business adventure for her canine emerging market opportunities.
What was the name of the horse flipping?
Quartet Farms. She specializes in buying, selling, and leasing top quality hunter and jumper show horses and ponies. And this is all coming from her public LinkedIn.
All right.
LinkedIn, not Indeed.
Well, that's good because I've heard of LinkedIn. I can keep up with that one. Okay, so is that her?
Potentially.
Blue Ribbon, Smiles and Memories. So what is this about? That's her on the left, right?
I think that's her sister Sarah, and she's on top of the horse, so her head's cut off.
Is that her mom?
That's
and dad?
Jan. That's her mom, Jan.
And so I'm assuming that's her dad too?
Yeah.
So it's a family owned. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, this is different type of money. Like this is a whole different thing. I love how her bio, one, she's at top, and two, look, her bio is twice as long as everybody else's.
But of course. Whoa.
Laura's been writing since she was 8 years old, and equation writer. She has won multiple medals, finals, and year-end championships at the West Coast, as well as being third in the North American equation finals. I always thought it was equestrian. Equation, sorry.
Equestrian.
Do what?
I thought you were saying it correctly. Is it a typo on her website?
Is it not? I thought it was equestrian, but it says equation. So
that's a typo then, because you're pronouncing it correctly.
It's not equation. Let's see what this is.
Google it.
Look up equation. Equation, noun, formal, the art and practice of horsemanship and horse riding. That says right. So, She has been a top 10 at the in the hunters at the Washington International Horse Show, Capital Challenge, Pennsylvania National Horse Show, and the National Horse Show. And the National Horse Show. That's hard to read the way it has. Pennsylvania National Horse Show and the National Horse Show. Sorry. She placed fourth in the 100,000 Platinum Performance Hunter Prix Finals. Was the top amateur national hunter derby rider for Zone 10 and best adult rider in the Menlo Charity Horse Show with her mother, Jan. She co-hosts Nobody Told Me, a self-help podcast that's named one of the top 25 most downloaded new shows in 2018. That's how do you get to be top 25 podcast?
I don't know.
And that's
I mean, where did they get their statistics from?
yeah, right. It has more than 5.5 million downloads and 500 episodes since it debuted. She recently gave a TEDx talk. I don't know what she gave on that. I've been looking for that, and I'm glad there is. Oh, look at that.
Her TEDx talk was about her abusive relationship with her ex that we believe she did as much arts and crafts on that story as she has done with her story with Clayton.
Well, guess what? This is going to be a future stream of mine. But anyway, so that's a mouthful. Her thing here, and oh yeah, that's phrasing. Sorry about that. That's why I like having you up here. I like the laughter. You changed your background. That's cool.
It did.
You just lie about the ratings and how Baby Yoda says you do it. So, well, let me tell you what. I have 1,600 videos, and that's what YouTube says. So YouTube would tell you guys 1.5 thousand, but I've got like another 150 I have that's private. So I get more than her. She just has 500. Sorry.
I was talking to Rosalind, who only has 500.
Oh, you can't do that. I'm telling you, the chat will mess you up.
I'm gonna put it away.
See, she's over there in X. She's doing that so she can
But
hide.
I love the chat.
I know. Yeah, it'll mess you up.
I know.
Okay, so those are her businesses. Yeah. So then she reaches out.
She also tried to be a country singer. Thank you, Baby Yoda, Vanished Twin. That was a good.
What?
Hold on.
Hold on. You have country singer? What?
She has songs released. Hold on, I'll pull one up.
Oh, you have them?
Well, I mean, they're on
I like
YouTube.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda is fantastic.
Yeah, because now you're giving me even more content. So we don't have time for all this tonight. We're just trying to get through the basics. Do you see how complicated this is?
Mm-hmm. Do you see why I haven't tried to do it on my channel?
It's okay. Well, we're going to do this. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be fun. I must see. Oh, she sings about dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, you know what we're going to do? I have a locals that I use for mostly like when there's like big time, like if there's a big news event, crime, so that I'm going to start putting stuff on locals. Remind me about that, Big Johnson. I need to talk to you about that. I think I got an idea. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, by the way, Rosalind, Texas Jen says you are awesome and she wants to hang out with you. So she's like a huge fan of yours. Just letting you know that. Sorry, Texas Jen. I didn't know that was in confidence, but I'm a talker. So what you've told me is, so she goes out there, she does all these things, right? But now we know she has this horse farm with her family. She goes out there and finds a dude, because I'm guessing there's nobody else that can help her find horse farms. That just happens to be on The Bachelor. Okay. Mm-hmm. And my question is, did she approach Clayton as a representative of Quartet Farms?
I don't believe so, because when she threatened litigation against him for those sales falling through, she did that like claiming she was personally going to sue him, not that Quartet was going to.
Has she ever brought the quartet into anything that you've seen?
Not that I've seen, aside from like the things that talk about like where she rides horses and does her horse stuff. As far as these cases, no.
See, I'm trying to paint a yes, Susan, that's what I was thinking. He was a brand new realtor.
Yeah.
So which I don't understand why you would go find him. People that are in business typically they have somebody, they get a referral to somebody, and it's someone who has to be proven. So what I was kind of baby stepping my way into was it looks like she went looking for him.
Yeah, she sought him out for sure.
Okay. Which is a whole nother thing. There aren't any messages where she says we'd have beautiful children, are there?
I mean, she definitely talks about the potential babies. I don't think that quote has been said directly.
Okay, but hold on, wait, potential babies before or after the impregnation?
Well, within 11 days of the oral interaction,
Population.
Yeah, within 11 days, or I think at 11 days, she was telling him she was pregnant. So there wasn't really much time in between for conversation. She jumped out like right off the gun, went with it.
All right, listen, I have derailed you, and I apologize. So you got to her business. What were you going to say after that?
I don't remember now.
You got to remember now. So you got to stay away from the chat. You got to, trust me, you're doing good. So she has these businesses.
Mm-hmm.
She finds him as part of because she is involved in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens then after she contacts him? Do you know any details from there?
Yeah, so she reached out to him. They had conversation about there's like the properties totaled $1.4 million, and there was different ones that she wanted him to help her go look at. I believe they did meet up and see a couple. They went their separate ways. They were texting that like in one evening. One thing led to another. She sent some spicy pictures. He was taking some edibles. He invited her over. And then we end up at, that was May 20th. So it, as Bruce is saying, like it clearly felt targeted and she found him, she met up with him, and then she got into his home. Like, boom,
Let me ask you this. Do you know anything about the properties he showed her?
They were listed on a few months ago. She threatened to sue him for the fact that the properties fell through and that she wasn't able to obtain them. So I think she listed the details of the properties in there, but it's not something that stuck in my memory.
1.4 million. She's trying to derail us. Look at this. Look at Rosalind. 1.4 million. Oh, well, that's an interesting statistic. Thank you, Big Dog Shark. He had a $1.4 million deal with the NFL.
Ironic those numbers match.
Now, here's something Big Johnson about me. When I do something like this, I don't speculate. It's all about the facts, the facts, the facts. That's what I remember from criminal law. Mm-hmm. The first thing that he teaches is the facts, the facts, the facts. You don't do speculations. You don't do, ideas, all that stuff. Now, there are things that there are very, like you said, it's very ironic that it happens to meet up 1.4 million. Yes. To me, I don't know psychology. I don't understand the ins and outs of the human mind, but I do know people. And so when I see like those two numbers, to me, that kind of matches up to something that may be an underlying factor of why she, had this number.
Yeah.
My question is, in that area of Arizona, which you're very familiar with, could 1.4 million buy something sustainable for horses?
Not in that area, like where she's at currently. No, farther out, like there's outskirts of like cities in Arizona that are horse property that you could get something for. But I mean, where they're at. Well, okay. the 1.4 is numbers coming from the listing she had, that 1.4 million.
Mhm.
So yes, that's accurate as far as what they were listed for and what they were.
How big was that area? The 1.4 million. Do you know that? Listen, okay.
I'll see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I like to look at the listing.
Yeah. Her first depot was in January.
Rosalind, you speak my language. Where'd she go?
Okay. See, this is why I do read the chat, and I love the chat because thank you, Jane Jones. It wasn't horse property that they were going to buy. She wanted they were going to be for income property, so it had nothing to do with horses. She's just the horse girl, and that's where it got.
What? So income property? What does that mean? Because I don't. Look, I'm kind of out of the loop because Tennessee's had a great influx of people lately, unfortunately. Yeah. So our property values are astronomical. And of course, with the economy and inflation and everything else, I don't know what sounds reasonable. I would think, though, that you don't want to buy a $1.4 million house to rent it out.
I believe it was 2 different properties that totaled the 1.4. But yeah, in Arizona right now, like $500,000 for a normal modest house is pretty normal. Like our rates have gone through the roof, our pricing. So,
you said 500,000.
Yeah, 500,000 for a home to turn into a rental property. That's about average.
But she would live for 1.4 million.
Yeah,
that's a lot more money. That's a
couple $100,000 more.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I do know that. I have a Apple credit card, and they started a thing where if you open your savings account with them, you get like 4.5%. So I was like, okay, well, let's see what 4.5% is on 1.4 million. If my numbers are right, that's $63,000 a year just on FDIC insured investment.
Yeah.
Without having to answer calls at 2 a.m. that the water pipes are broken. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be a landlord.
It is.
So,
it's
all right.
Especially with how the whole rental.
Oh, it's 2 properties. Okay.
Yeah.
And Rosalind says they were commercial.
They're commercial. You know what? I resign as the Laura Owens expert. I've gotten everything down.
No. You're doing great. You're doing absolutely perfectly. You are unfortunately having a conversation with me. So, okay, let's go back to this. So they hook up, and you mentioned that she sent spicy pictures. Are those out there and available to see?
No.
Okay.
I have not seen them. I don't think anyone's even tried. That's not at all kind of the hole we want to go down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand. Well, I don't know. It's the internet. I mean, it's the internet. I don't want to go down that. I don't want to go there, but I understand. So my question though, well, the reason why I want to know is I don't know what people consider spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I
would have to find the quote from Clayton of where he said like how the interaction occurred. Because that's where it came from. It was him discussing, like we talked, she sent some pictures. So we don't have any of that. It's all hearsay in that aspect.
You said he had edibles.
Yes.
What does that mean? How would you describe that to like a grandmother? How would you describe that to a scientist?
Anyone here. So in Arizona, recreationally, marijuana is legal. So edibles are a THC or marijuana infused gummy. You can get them in brownies, you can get them in cookies, but basically it gives you the effect of consuming marijuana. Everyone acts differently to them. I'm not going into that.
I was going to say,
So it's an intoxicant, Yeah.
Remember, marijuana is bad and marijuana is illegal in the United States. I would never encourage anybody to do anything that is illegal. The United States is part of a treaty signed to ban marijuana from the 1960s. I mean, it was banned a long time before then, and you can get federally prosecuted. So remember that, people. Yes. And also you lose your rights like voting and the right to keep and bear arms. So
yes,
we are not into that
in Arizona
as a state crime.
Yeah.
But
yeah, don't travel with it. Don't take it outside of Arizona. Don't take gummies.
And don't tell the FBI, the FCC, or anything else with federal powers.
Yeah. So the whole reason we learned about the gummies was because back in the day when Laura was on Reddit, and she was interacting with us, people had, Clayton had said that they didn't have intercourse. And so she responded with, well, he had taken a bunch of edibles, so he probably just doesn't remember. And
now, wait a second. Hold on. That's where I wanted to go. So that's what I was asking, like, describe what it is. I didn't know that recreational marijuana use was legal in Arizona. That's a new one to me. Yeah. So he had a bunch. Now, what does that mean? Well, because, like, I
don't know. I think the quantity of how many edibles were consumed, it's changed and it's kind of irrelevant.
It's not really, though. What I'm thinking of, because what I'm thinking of is if he's intoxicated,
then he couldn't consent.
Did she date rape him?
That's exactly what was asked on Reddit, and people.
See, I've never seen Reddit. You're my sole source, and that's what I think is good about this. You're my sole source of this. I have not gone away from you to find information about this.
Okay. Good luck. No. Yeah. So I was on the Reddit back then. And Reddit was a plethora of knowledge in the beginning when she interacted with us. But basically immediately a lot of people were like, if he was that intoxicated, how could he consent? Did you SA Clayton? And she has, there's so many things I want to bring up. Let me see if I can find that one. She responded and said, she's like, no, we both consented. It was a consensual interaction. Clayton has said from day one, he remembers everything that happened that night. She was more so I think it was her trying to convince Clayton of why and how she could be pregnant by like, well, maybe you just don't really remember that we actually did, fool around. And that claim also came out before
she said that you don't remember us fooling around.
Not verbatim, but she like on Reddit, she had said, Clayton's denying it. Maybe he doesn't remember because he was intoxicated. And
let me ask you this real quick from the Reddit files. We'll say, have any of those made it to court documents that you've seen?
Yeah, she actually named 4 different Reddit accounts accusing them of being either Clayton or Greg Gillespie, but accusing them of creating those accounts to troll her, which was completely untrue. But
has any of the information that was typed, that was put on screen, put across the inner tubes, has any of that stuff been presented as evidence in court?
In a way, yes, because she linked her Dropbox on Reddit. So everyone who was on Reddit interacting with her was able to access her Dropbox, and that's where a lot of the pictures, the text, and the files we have today were saved from. So when she claims like, I didn't send these to anyone, you sent them to all of Reddit.
That's a tricky area. Did you send it to people, or did people look for it?
Yeah. Well,
and stuff that you had public.
Yeah. Probably the most popular, because a lot of this information is so encompassed in the case and through the attorneys and whatnot. The Halloween costume has been a big topic in not only the protective order hearing, but now in the recent filings. And that one was created and posted by a Redditor, not by anyone involved in this case, but was blamed on Clayton. And used to get that protective order upheld against her.
Wait. The Halloween meme was used to uphold the protective order, and how was that used?
Because she used it as she claimed. Hold on, I've got my paper copies, but this is the Halloween costume. This picture of her comes from a video, and that was in the Dropbox and distributed. And then this teeny tiny square right there, that is a sonogram.
Is that the sonogram that she used, the fiber one?
It's not the fiber one.
Okay.
It's
So it's just it's a rando.
It's one of the one. There's one of three. There's been three she's put into this case. It's one of the ones that she had sent to Clayton, but also put in her Dropbox. Hi, Carolyn. So
sorry.
No, you just
I
highlighted her, so I said hi.
Oh. Sometimes I'll pull up chats where it's like, says, thank you for covering this. I don't want to interrupt our conversation, so I pull it up to let people know that I saw it. And, like for this, I said, you're welcome. So
love it.
Thank you for being here. But okay, so you're talking about in the Dropbox. So that picture was in the Dropbox, that the Halloween costume meme, or that just the pregnant one?
The pregnant one and the sonogram were separate in the Dropbox. And then someone got on Adobe Acrobat and made this parody of her. But she then claimed Clayton did this and said to a judge, Clayton made this. And the judge accepted her BS explanation for it.
And she actually had an explanation besides just saying he did it?
Yeah, her explanation was this teeny tiny sonogram was only sent to Clayton, and the judge didn't listen when he was like, no, she sent this to other people. Well, she says she only sent it to you. So that tiny picture, which can you see that? You can't even see it.
Yeah.
She goes, I can confirm that's my sonogram. And it's like, how? You can barely make out what it is in this teeny tiny thing. But because she claimed that Clayton is the only person who had that sonogram, and that is the sonogram that she sent him, it had to have been him who created it. Oh, Stir says the real person came forward now. The person who made this. Nice. So yeah, the person who created the Halloween costumes come forward as well. Which I find interesting. Well, I find interesting in general. Her protective order she got against Clayton has so many holes, and now that we're going back and looking at it, I would be very, very shocked if it doesn't get dropped.
She has a protective order against him?
Correct.
I thought you said he had one against her. That's where I was trying to make the connection.
Both.
Okay.
So in Arizona, there's 3 types of protective orders. The ones involved here is an order of protection, OOP. That's utilized when you have had sexual intercourse with the person you want the protective order against. The other is an IAH, or an injunction against harassment. And that's what you ask for when you have not had sexual relations with that person. Essentially, they're the same, but OOPs kind of get preferential treatment when they're served. And it's looked at more because of the domestic violence side and possibility for it. So Clayton, she filed an OOP against him. He appealed it. He filed an IAH against her. I do not believe he ever got that officially served, but then they went to court and did an appeal, which is what I believe Tug is streaming today. And we just recently got the video of the appeal hearing. So yeah, they went through that process and she was able to get her OOP upheld.
Okay. So now, what does OOP stand for again?
Order of protection.
Oh, duh. Okay. See, I'm used to TROs, temporary restraining order. Yeah. So she got that upheld based on saying he went into the Dropbox and all other stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So
hang on. Let me back up. Let me back up on all this, okay? Because I realize now I'm getting confused, and that's what I was trying to avoid here with everything. So let's go way back when we left having the podcast and looking at the businesses and everything else, and then it was like the edibles question, and like date rape got brought up. So 11 days after they did whatever.
Yes.
She contacts him, and what is the first thing she says? Are those out there, those lines? And real quick, I want to point out here, Bad Duck says, way to go, expert. Now all the ads are about edibles. So there you go. By the way, if you're in the state of Tennessee, they are illegal as far as I know. So, and I live in Tennessee, so I want to make sure that is put out there as public knowledge. It is very illegal. Don't do drugs. They're bad, kids. So okay, on the 11 days later, did they talk at all between those 11 days?
I don't know.
We don't know that.
They've only released snippets of the conversation as it becomes applicable. So we got snippets of what he had said to her in anger in her protective order filing, and then in other things she's released. But we haven't gotten, Clayton hasn't released screenshots of the full conversation. I believe when she first released the story and she released segments of their conversation, some of it she had redacted. And so on some of those, we've been able to get them and get the full story. Like she initially redacted Clayton saying in response to her, "I don't know how you're pregnant. We never had intercourse." I'm paraphrasing. And she had taken that out in what she released publicly. Then we did get the unredacted version where he says that, and we all went, he's saying they haven't even bumped uglies. Like, this is a whole new spin on this story now. So parts have been released. We don't have everything word for word or chronologically either.
Because here's what I'm trying to build in my mind.
Yeah.
Is, you're sitting there. I don't know. Maybe he eats gummies every day. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's, I don't know, learning a new craft. He's learning how to make pizza dough. Whatever he's doing his thing, right? He's doing his thing. And he gets a text message, and it says, "Hey, how are you? Remember me from the other night?" Or did they talk between there? Or is she coming up real quick going like, "We need to talk"? And it's like, okay, what do you want to talk about? Was everything about like her being pregnant, everything put in text message? It wasn't a phone call?
Hold on. Oh, I went back too far in the timeline.
By the way, real quick, Big Duck has a question for you.
I don't blush. It's just my fair skin. Love you, Bad Ducky.
That's what he wanted to hear right there. Thank you for saying that to him.
I know that after their interaction, he did say like that was inappropriate. We shouldn't have done that, and he tried to recuse himself from being her agent. And her Sorry, I'm trying to find the timeline.
I like what Bruce from Oregon here is saying. She likes texts and emails, keep track of everything, especially the email trackers. Yeah, that's why well, there's a saying about it. Don't talk unless you can talk. And was it? Don't send a message that you can send a phone call. Don't send a phone call when you can meet in person. Because there's weird people like that. And once they have stuff down, I'll tell you this, because they talk about email trackers. So I am I'm active in the Alumni Association for my college, and I was at an event, and they said that they had they use like MailChimp, and that there was a tracker on there, and they knew when we opened our emails, how long we read them, and how far we went down scrolling through them. And I raised my hand. I said, "Excuse me, what?" after that day, I pretty much stopped using emails.
That's intense.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not. I don't. Email is because emails become to a point where people think of them being very serious, and there's a lot of effort to an email. You have to address it, title it. It's all that stuff. I'll do a text message, but
So I just pulled up the taking it way back, their first interaction. In Laura's explaining it, she says that after they hooked up, they went and saw properties. I thought that was before. And it does give the list of the properties if you want to look those up.
well, I mean, send them to me. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Just copy and send, I guess, Discord.
Okay.
I'll look at it. Bad Duck's trying to derail the stream. I know he's done. Okay, noted. No blushing. So you got flustered and can't get your words out straight. Got it. LOL. Is that true, Big Johnson? Were you
I
tongue-tied?
get flustered very easily. There's a lot going on in this brain, and trying to keep it straight is hard.
Listen, you try being me. Listen, you have a great brain. Everything's fine. Just we're gonna go slowly through this, and we're gonna have a very distinct timeline when this is done. So we're gonna be there for the people that can't spend the amount of time with all this and don't understand. Like me, I don't understand. So let's see here. Oh, cool. Thank you. And what is circled right there? Is that the price?
Yes, that is the price for the money market check that I believe was supposed to. That's her demonstration that her offers were serious, showing that she had $450,000 in cash in her checking account, ready to make these deals serious.
That's supposed to be her checking account?
It's what it says. Previous balance, 2 deposits. Yeah.
I'd like to know the name, the stuff that's blocked out, name and relationship beneficiary. I'd like to know how beneficiary is used in that document.
I hadn't even caught that. Because once again, it might not even be hers.
Yeah, well, see, we don't know. All right, do you mind if I look up 19? Hang on, let's do this. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. It's right there in front of me, and I messed up. Sorry, I can't do two things at once.
Multitasking super hard.
Let's see. How you spell Scottsdale?
SCOTTSDALE.
That's awesome. Why is this here? That's weird. All right. Sorry about that. It had my information pulled up there, so I had to pull it down.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, why does this have my stuff up there? Let's do this. So this answers my question from earlier, I think. Let me double check all this. All right, let's see here. So this is that first. So this is after viewing several properties with Clayton. I asked him to prepare written purchase offers for 2 properties. One was located at 1977 North 67th. That is this. 1,200 square feet is $2,800 a month. North Scottsdale.
That's
And okay, I totally want to miss out. So 25 photos. This is the place. Have you gone through here and looked at it?
no.
Okay. Is this okay with you that we do this?
I don't
Oh, wait,
care.
you're not on it anymore. Sorry. Look at this. Sorry. It changed on me.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, hang on. Sorry. See, it's like I come back and forth and all other good stuff. I think that's it. All right. Have you gone through here?
No,
Have you looked at this? Do you mind if we do this?
no, let's check it out.
Okay. So this is what she's looking at. First of all, I'm not a big fan of the clock on the wall thing. What do you think about that? That big picture there?
The clock? I like funky decor like that.
But it's like, it's a little tiny little motor is all.
Yeah.
I like
It does
clocks.
look very sparse on that wall. But staging homes is hard.
Remind me to tell you sometime because it's totally boring, but about my obsession with watches and clocks and all that stuff. It's so boring. So the reason why I told you to remind me sometime is so that way I don't bore you, won't remind me, and I won't bore chat or you. So see how that works out. Okay, so this is cool. There's the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That looks. Oh, okay.
Looks
I'm not
like-
gonna say anything.
Well, it looks like the original tile. They probably put in new laminate or LVP. The kitchen looks pretty standard for that style of house.
That looks like a fold down bed. But anyway,
No.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
Uh,
Oh, I like that it has a sprinkler system in the roof. Like
that means it's an
apartment.
old building.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. That type of sprinkler in residentials isn't used as commonly anymore. I mean, codes in Scottsdale might be different, but the codes I know, we don't install them new in residential.
So it's the venue.
Or it could be 'cause it's
Venue?
a-
Is that how you print? What?
Venue?
I don't speak.
Venue?
I don't speak Arizonan. So what is that word?
I'd pronounce it venue.
Venue? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it should have an
Venue?
E either venue. Oh, look, there's a pool.
Gotta have a
It's
pool in
always good to
Arizona.
see it look blue. When it's green, it's usually a bad sign. So this is like a condo she's looking at, $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this makes sense to me as being a rental thing.
Yeah. Builder grade laundry room.
Good night, bad duck. What did you say about the washer and dryer?
Just builder grade.
Okay.
That's standard on how.
You know, it's funny. I've always heard it called contractor grade.
Same thing.
Yeah, I know it is, but I think it's funny that this is. So I love this is culturalism for me. Like
Yeah.
that's me what I've heard. Here in Tennessee and stuff, and hearing you say it, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the exact same thing, but it's different. And I love
Super
that.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's different. It's like I like to go to grocery stores in different towns because the food is so different. Sorry, nerd stuff. Bathroom. Okay.
Yeah. Builder
Oh, it's
grade.
got a workout facility.
Across from the pool. Looks like that's a cool public space that it has there. Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Did you see that? Did you see what they were playing in there?
What were they playing? Was it your
Star
favorite
Wars.
James Bond?
No, they're
Ah,
playing Star Wars. That's when Han Solo says, "I've got a bad feeling about this." Isn't that ironic?
ironic.
He's like, "That's no moon." Sorry. Han Solo says she wanted the place that says, where he says, I have a bad feeling about this. All right. Look at that wine. The wine cellar they forgot there. I've never
Yeah, it
seen a
looks
place
a
like
cool
that.
Public space.
Dude, my friends, if you put your wine in a public space, my friends are gonna take it. And these are fine. These are my upstanding friends, not my degenerate ones. Oh, look, I love the picture of the bathroom. The Kleenex so perfectly folded.
I like the shower curtain.
Oh, hang on. You do. Let me see it.
It's aquarium.
Oh, there you go. Is that Shamu right there?
I think that's a fish like in Finding Nemo. Not Nemo, but the other fish.
Is this a big deal? And the dual widescreens, do they go into one super widescreen? I don't know how Arizona watches TV.
This looks like it's in a public space. So public space at condos and stuff like that, like you can rent out and they're multi-purpose. So
You know what bothers me about this listing is how many public space photos there are versus living space, things.
Well, the sales point is the amenities of the public space there. I mean, this is the master closet.
That has no door.
Builder grade. Yeah. So
I hate these little wire racks.
First thing I rip out in houses, always.
What do you replace them with? We'll talk about that later because I want to get rid of mine.
I do custom built-in closets. I build it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. Nurse TT, by the way, I thought it's awesome. Thank you so much. Nurse TT, I promise you, I have a new it's just not up yet. I haven't worked. Wiggle. I do have a new one. It's much better. It's much better. But thank you, Nurse TT. Guys, if you're now a member, if you sign into Discord through your YouTube, you're automatically put in, and I've got to put the code up. It'll be in the membership thing. You'll get a notification. Just make sure you have your notifications on, and please, guys, subscribe. If you subscribe, and if I got to I'll tell you, if I got to 7,000 this week, I would not do boring things. I would video somebody licking a battery for you. I've got nothing. I died quickly. That was weird. Sorry. So what is this? This is in the condo?
Yeah,
is this that's the dunce corner or the detention center?
I think it's probably sold as an office nook.
Like you put a dog bed in there, maybe. Like that's
I would make that the dog area for sure.
It's I don't know. I would be I don't know what I'd be, but I don't think I'd be. Yeah, I don't think I'd spend a lot of time there. And then we're back to the gym. We've already seen the pictures of the gym. And these are what they're going to look. We're going in a circle. 25 out of 25. So anyway, that's what this is her type of investment things. This makes sense to me. That is, does anything strike you out of the ordinary? Sorry, what's happening?
No. I think you should highlight Robert James's comment.
Yeah, I just saw that.
No. Standard price for Scottsdale, standard looking like builder grade spot. Looks like they updated a couple of things and slapped some paint on it. And that's how a lot of things on the market look these days here.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think, doing it all in my head. What's wrong? What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. So we know what she was looking at. She was saying, look, I got the money to buy. So who says that? Who sends I've got the money to buy thing? Like, why did she send that?
I mean, I think to prove her case that she was serious about purchasing those properties. Almost kind of feels like it seems like she was going to get caught, that she sought him out just for these properties and just to pull this whole scheme that she has. And so she was offering unnecessary evidence to say like, look, see, I'm seriously want to do this. Or it could have been because she did down the road threaten to sue him for loss of those properties.
Thank you, Michelle. If I get 7,000, yeah, was it this week or before Dollywood? Because I was saying before Dollywood before, but then I just said this week. But yeah, we'll do 7,000 this week. She's gonna get another tattoo. By the way,
he's got to get.
Did you see that?
I did. You sent it to me. The FML?
Is that not amazing?
FNL?
Like I sent that off to be printed. I'm just gonna put it up on my wall.
Hell yeah!
It's a lifestyle now. FNL. It's a lifestyle. Okay, so. What did the chat say about when he and her hooked up? Was that they went to look at properties afterwards?
Yeah. So Stir Crazy said that it actually happened both. So they saw some properties, they hooked up, they went and saw more properties. And in that time, like Clayton had said that he it was inappropriate and that they shouldn't, be unprofessional like that. She got really upset, and he had offered to send her over to a different agent, and she didn't wouldn't follow through on that. And then the text message we have, like the screenshots we do have, are when Clayton is at the point of leave me alone.
Here's what the reason why I'm asking about, they went out after this, so they're looking at properties before and after, and they only had one meetup, correct?
At his home, yes.
Okay. So she goes to his house, takes
Mhm.
advantage of him, and then throws money his way.
Mhm. Mhm. Or dangles the idea of money his way, because she never followed through with purchasing any property by anyone else at any point.
I hate to say this because this is where I go away from the facts. And I absolutely hate this type of conversation I'm getting ready to start. And that is could you imagine if the roles were reversed?
Mhm.
If a guy went over and, she doesn't remember.
Mhm.
And then he says, "Oh, hey, look at all this money I got. I want to give you some of it.
If it were
Let's make this work."
reversed, the guy would be in jail right now. 100%. No doubt in my mind.
Now
Maricopa,
that's a problem that we have as a society in America that we
yeah,
need to address. And I
yeah,
don't understand why that's not becoming part of a conversation. I think that's part of the thing that Tug talks about, that he
yeah.
wants to see change. And I think that's very good. That's where, if we're going to get something out of our coverage and everything, you want to
Mhm.
make something work for the future. This
Yeah,
is the idea we have to look at, is equality.
yeah.
Both, we're at the point now where women have the power to be predators just as much as men, maybe more so, even in certain circumstances. And I'm very that bothers me to say all that, because I'm not one of those people. I hate doing that role reversal hypothetical. I think
And it's
it's
not a
very
hypothetical at all, because it really
happened
does
in her
happen on
situation.
both
Yeah.
ways. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? And when a man is the one who's the aggressor, things happen a lot quicker. And yes, I understand or believe that that's happened because traditionally men can cause more physical harm than women, but society has completely switched around. We are very equal now. I work, in a male dominated industry. A lot of women do. We're equal in so many ways, except now when it comes to the courts and in the fact that women can be just as destructive as men. Um, I've seen it in my own, I'm dealing with a stalker right now, and the courts and the county attorney just keep going back to, well, has she been violent? And it's like, women can be so destructive even if they're not violent. Men fight with their fists, women fight with their minds. And that is what we have seen Laura do throughout all of this. And I've seen many women do it to myself, do it to my friends, and do it to other men. And it's one of those things that makes me so angry, because it's completely unjust. And the only way it's going to change is if enough of us speak up and get angry about it, I think.
You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct.
My
And it's
hair.
um well, you'll see, for me, like, what I notice is that you'll see it as it's a societal thing. Like, it seems like it's almost like evil exists outside of people, and it
Mhm.
looks for the easy opportunities to infest. And so if evil has that chance to, like we're saying, like females, wrongly accusing, because it's easier to for a female to than a man is, in our societal idea or whatever, our hypothetical here. It seems like that's where evil will start to infest.
Mhm.
And I think you kind of see it a little bit. I know this is very, very, this is a deep conversation that's not based on facts. This is a lot of feeling and a lot of um I don't know. I have a very strong faith about the powers of good and evil. So anyway, it's just, I don't know, it's there. And it takes the saying about, all it takes for evil to take over is for good people to not stand up and do something.
Mhm.
So um Okay, so they're doing that. They're doing this stuff, and then all of a sudden, so are they still looking for properties? Like, did he go home? Like, did they go like out? They looked at a house that day. They looked at a condo, something like that. They get home, and she's like, "Hey, by the way, Clay,
Hey, baby, Clay, we got a baby. Yeah.
that's it." I love that. Oh my gosh, that totally needs to be clipped. Hey, I don't even know how you say it, but it needs to be clipped.
Hey, Clay,
Anyway, go
we got a baby.
But when how does that play in there? Do you know how long they look for properties?
Not the word for word back and forth. I'm pretty sure it was within a day or two of their hookup and the
Mhm.
second property search, like where they went out together. That he was the one who initiated and said, I don't want to do this. I don't want a relationship. I don't want to, we should not be hooking up again. I don't want to be a realtor. Like, he tried to kibosh the whole thing. And that's when she went the route of, everything she did. But I had forgotten, or I guess I didn't make that connection, that back when she came out with the SA accusations a few months ago, I'd completely not realized that after the supposed SA, she went and met with him in person again. Like, one more thing to just be like, who does that? If what you're saying is true, your behavior does not align with how a normal, sensible person would respond.
Okay, that's another thing. So I think I went down my own rabbit hole. She accused him of sexual deviance, correct?
Yes, but
Now,
not
okay, so
until a couple months ago through her
okay,
depot.
all right. So let's stay away from that. Let's stay away from that because I want to go into chronological here. Okay, so now we're at 11 days after. She says whatever. He says whatever, babe. How does it go from that point to there being the legal system involved?
So I actually have the papers. I'd have to sort through in a second. She
I'm
filed
sorry.
with the court.
I totally messed you up, didn't I?
No. It's so funny. She
You're
filed
very
with the
comfortable with what
court.
you're doing, and I really, really do appreciate this. This is I know that you didn't realize it was going to go this way, but you're doing exactly like I am very happy right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're doing a wonderful job, and I feel like I honestly you are so good at what you're doing right now that I feel bad because I really feel I'm that dumb on this subject,
No.
and I appreciate your time and spending with my chat, and of course they love you. You know that. And so, guys, every time you guys say something nice about her, I'm sending her a message. I'm like, gosh, look at this again, and again. So please just keep that up.
Thank you.
We love Big Johnsons around here.
Who doesn't love a Big Johnson?
You know what? I do need to get some Johnsonville broads. So there we go. Okay,
So,
what was I saying? So, okay, it was after the 11 days. How long before it went to the court system? And
so
do you know any of that offhand?
she filed initially for paternity and child support. So before an accurate sonogram, before these babies have heartbeats or breathe, they don't exist. But before they were born, as normal human beings do, she went to the courts and requested a hearing for them to sit down and establish paternity, child support, and a custody schedule.
And she did all that pro se.
Yes.
So, okay, let me stop there. So this is what I know. So there were messages back and forth, and he's like, I don't want anything to do with this, blah, blah, blah. She then says, well, I'm going to, whether she said this or not, like this is what happened was she's like, I'm going to make you deal with it. And she drives down to the courthouse. She walks in. Now, most people don't know what to do at that point, unless you're very familiar with the legal system. Most people try to stay out of courts.
Yeah.
So she walks in, she knows where to go and what to ask for. And she fills out the file, she pays the fees, and she files the suit. So the sheriff or the service who you get to issue service on him, serves him papers, and he's like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
Do they talk anymore after he gets served?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I know that he responded to her petition to establish paternity. He like through the courts responded to it. What day was this? He responded to it, and what I find very interesting on this was she had listed was like no domestic violence had occurred as of July 30th, when she, like, his and hers were all in the same time, or when she filed for joint legal decision making and custody. She marked on July 13th, 2023, no domestic violence had occurred. And then that kind of comes into play.
Oh, she actually, so there's a form that she filled out and she said no domestic violence. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't print the whole thing because it was
no, that's fine.
Like 9
you didn't
pages
think you're going to be interrogated.
Yeah. But yeah, she marks on July 13th, 2023, no domestic violence. And then then in October, when they're doing the protective order battle, she proclaims all this domestic violence and cites dates before July. So she
all right, hang on a second. You're getting ahead of me. Sorry. You're getting ahead of me. Okay. So she files this paperwork.
Yeah.
How does he respond to the we're going to have to force the parenting plan?
Mm-hmm.
How does he respond to that?
He responded through the courts with the statement. Well, he asked for, where is it? Oh, I might not have gotten his full response. I don't have it word for word in front of me, but he basically says, I don't believe she's pregnant and I never had sex with her. So I'm not the father. And he was claiming that he should not be in that case at all. He also asked for sanctions. That's the picture I did take, where in writing, he did ask for sanctions because it was a frivolous case and she was bringing, he had to file, I think it was.
So did they go to court after? Did they have a court date for this?
For
the parenting plan and all this stuff. So because this happened in July, you said, like July 13th of 23.
Yeah.
So she's like, I am pregnant. I've been pregnant for a month, 6 weeks at that point. Yeah. I think.
Something small.
And she is like, okay, I'm pregnant and I need to hang on a second. K. Marshall just said that Barnesdale, Oklahoma was hit by a tornado, has lots of damage. Hang on a second.
Snap.
I don't know, but let me send on MG.
How close is that to MG?
I don't know. I don't know where he lives. He is very secretive about that, which is good. You should be.
Yeah, but I hope he's okay.
That's okay. I just sent a message to Shizzy asking if he's okay. I asked if Shizzy was okay because I hit the wrong person.
I mean, all of them, honestly. Roll call to my buddies out east. Okay.
All right. So hopefully we get he probably won't respond till tomorrow morning, but as long as he responds, as we're thinking about him, praying for him.
Yes.
So she files the force of the parenting plan, and there is after that what? Like he files a thing, says, Hey, listen, this chick, man, no way, she's not pregnant. You know.
So he obviously responds and is like, I ain't the daddy. I ain't doing this. So they're set to do an early resolution conference. That was set on September 28th. I made a note to myself to look that up and see if we have any sort of, if I can get documentation or video of that.
Wait, hold on. What I'm trying to find out is so there's no court at all after that first filing.
I don't believe so. I believe they were ordered to do this.
And they didn't do it?
I'm not sure. We haven't really deep dove into the protective order stance and how things went back and forth in the beginning because
Don't
there
you
was
love the expert? See,
What's
I
that?
ask all the questions nobody else asks. I messed up everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm so
no,
sorry.
it's
I
good
know.
though, because
But
these
this
are
is
we want to get new stuff out there. You know, we want to ask
Well,
the questions no one's asking.
you have to okay. And I'm putting the lawyer cap on, and I don't like doing that. So I'm very different than everybody else. When I was playing around wearing a coat and tie and all that good stuff, right? I like t-shirts better. But what gets me is I like to have every step along the way, because once you go to the court system, there's a process and there's steps. Okay. So you don't go from there to hearing about the restraining order. You have to, or hearing about the sexual, and well, I don't know how we say it on here anymore, but still, yeah, I don't like that word because it's always makes me think like I'm somebody's friend. But it's, I don't want to be her essay.
I think of like writing a paper, like an essay.
What's funny is that's exactly what that's what it was in my head. And when I started talking, I was like, yeah, hey, I guess it was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. True.
Happy birthday to David Crockett, by the way. Yeah. So I want to know what happened, because there has to be something that got why did she come out with this? What was the next filing? Who filed? Because when you get sued, you answer. There has to be an answer to it. And then there's either you answer, hey, yeah, I did all this stuff. I mean, that you can do that and be like, I want to settle or whatever. Or you answer, you say, no, none of this happened. This isn't it at all. I want to go to court and explain my side.
So
then you have separate filings after that.
Well, I believe because in this, maybe not, but she filed for parenting. He replied and said it wasn't his. They got ordered to do an early resolution, which is a standard in Arizona for parenting plans. And then, I have the paperwork, so I can grab those dates. So August 21st, he answers the petition. On August, this one comes from August 30th. This one then states that September 28th is going to be the early resolution conference.
On September 30th, they were saying that September 28th. That's
August 30th. They set the
30th.
early resolution for September 28th.
Early resolution to
their parenting plan. So they try and have parents meet up with a mediator and discuss what the parenting plan could be. So when
that's what I was wondering about. That, okay, so you go to a mediator. That's a common thing. That's how you do it in Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay. So did they make it to a mediator?
No.
Okay. So what happens when you don't go to a mediator? You go to court, right? So this is what the September 30th is going to answer. Is that correct?
September 28th was the ERC. 28th. We don't have anything more on that. I just got the paperwork today that said the date for when it was set. So I'm unsure. I'd have to look on if there's anything else on it. But sorry, I'm searching through the Padlet timeline by Hay Bales. It's fantastic, but there's so much information here. There was a motion to.
And don't you love it that I'm not concerned about it, because here's the thing. This is my style. My style is that I stay out, because I will go down those rabbit holes and I will get super consumed with something and I start to hyper focus on things. But if I can get an expert like you on here, and I can ask you questions as a dummy, as an informed dummy, and a dummy not being a bad term when I say that. Dummy is like being like, you walk into a new conversation, you want to get brought up quickly to what's happening so you can be part of everything. I agree with Hal 9000, by the way. I think I've actually said it before, and just because I haven't said it yet, and I love saying this. Hey there, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How you doing, bud? So Sorry about that.
Uh,
It's like become good lucky to say that. I don't know.
I like it. It makes it fun. Well, good. I appreciate that your patience with me as we figure out and try and nail this down, because it's so many little moving parts. It's hard to keep track.
Well, here's what's
She
going to
did.
happen. You are, and I do, and like I sell you as as the expert type stuff in this.
I'm a
I
novice.
can't say expert enough, can I? It drives me nuts. I hate it.
You just like saying your own name.
Yeah, what I'd like to have is 26 more subscribers and hit 6,100. So if you haven't
Yeah.
subscribed, would you please do that for me right now?
We're
Thanks, guys.
26 away. That is so close.
From 61. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
and MG was almost he was like 16 the other night from 7,000. It had 350 people in his chat. He's become the overnight sensation. And with that, what he needs to do is he needs to put on lullaby music and just walk away from the screen.
No.
And because 200 people fall asleep on his thing.
He needs to read books. It's his voice.
Well, it's that overnight deal, and what we found out was that people, because he'll send people to Lefty, and he's playing video games, and so 200 people sit in Lefties, and they don't ever chat, they don't say anything, and when he ends, there's 200 some people still there. I'm like, people have fallen asleep. It's the coolest thing to watch. But you can't fall asleep with me because I get hyper.
You're too exciting.
I'll take that the way I want to take that. Thank you. So we're at September of 23. September 23, there's supposed to be a hearing. And that's when we started watching the videos. You and I have seen those videos. We're going to ignore that I've seen those or anything. It's for purposes of this chat. So the first thing is, what was it? September 28th or something like that hearing?
Well, actually pulling these up, prior to that, back in August, so back in the previous month still, Laura filed a motion for contempt and against Clayton pro se.
Well, okay, what was he in contempt of? Did he not answer?
He wasn't communicating. Let's see.
Which is, I mean, it's very typical. I mean, that happens. If you have to communicate and you're not, that's contempt. Now, her filing it though is what gets me. That's a judge thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So she filed that and then attached her emails. This is probably where we originally got the emails where she's blocked out Clayton's response saying we never had intercourse. But she's basically saying, I need you to respond to me and tell me what to do about the kids. They're discussing the RavGen paternity tests. I believe court kind of stalled for a little while.
What was the date on the file for contempt?
August 23rd, 23.
Okay, and then was that what the hearing was supposed to be about on the September 28th?
I just sent you the link for it. The 28th is supposed to be their early resolution conference, so parenting plan. So yes, I believe the content and the motion to communicate both were her way of saying to the judge, like tattling to the judge, he's not talking to me enough to prepare.
Tattling.
For
I like that term.
I mean, wouldn't you consider it tattling when she's going out of her way to complain about something that's not a complaint yet? Like, you're tattling on something irrelevant.
Okay, why is my thing not? I don't know. I don't think this website likes me.
Song of Rain, we have reached out, expert reached out to MG and Shizzy to make sure they're safe. So yes.
Well, Shizzy's in Georgia. He better be safe.
Oh.
No, I reached out to him because I hit the wrong button. No, I think I messed everything up. Let me try that again. Sorry.
You're good.
I didn't wait for it to load.
Are you loading the link I just sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Zoom out. It's a lot of data on there. So if you're trying on your phone, you like sometimes.
No, I'm on my
computer
here. No, my phone is my camera. It's my webcam.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Apple.
lazy. I use my laptop camera.
The phone's a lot better than my laptop camera. Sorry, I'm gonna stop talking. So this is all right. So this is the motion for contempt. Okay.
Mhm.
Pinch around motion. All right. It's so weird. File a motion for contempt. I mean, that happens. So I've done them. I disagreed with them when I did them, but still. Okay, so did they? So they had that hearing. Is that correct? The contempt hearing.
I don't believe so. Like, I'm gonna have to scroll up and look what all went down. But all in this kind of time frame, they're waiting and trying to get a paternity established, which clearly never did. And then both of their protective orders got filed. So everything kind of slowed down.
Oh, they did dueling protective orders against each other.
Yeah. So they
That's
both
so
filed them. And then there was a motion to like combine. It gets a little convoluted, but for a very long time, we were waiting on results of the paternity test because they did 3 or 4 different paternity tests and had issues with all the results.
And why were there issues?
Some of them were lost in I think one was lost in transit. One, the sample from her was too diluted, or maybe that's the reason she gave for little to no fetal DNA. But one of them for sure came back little to no fetal DNA. So they weren't able.
Okay, I'm not gonna go down that road. It's just I don't know. That's a different conversation. I think I want to think about it some more and be able to participate more knowledgeably. Because I know a lot of people. It's what I've noticed is when people start talking about like the fetal DNA and all this stuff and the blood tests and all stuff, like that becomes like the swamp of a conversation. And I'm sitting there the whole time. Quite frankly, I'm bored with it because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is what happened 11 days before June 13th. Is that right? When they hooked up?
May 20th is when they hooked up.
May 20th. Oh, we're getting ready to have May 20th. You want to do a celebration stream for them?
Yes.
Is that not awesome? We'll do it. We'll plan it right now. We're planning it. That is awesome. May 20th. Nobody else is doing that. Big Johnson and Expert are.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
No, I'm not going to do it. We'll think about it. We'll talk about it some more. But yes, we're totally going to have we'll have a celebration of their
conception
coming together. Yes, their conception day. It's conception day.
Conception day.
Yay.
Oh, put that on your calendar.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone.
Like I'll get balloons and stuff. Oh wait, May 20th. Yeah, I should be able to.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm being serious, by the way. It's a Monday.
No. Oh, it is. It's perfect.
I think so. Oh, Baker will be here.
Nice.
Oh, we could have a big party and we'll just, it doesn't have to be anything serious. We won't talk about anything else. We'll just
like a baby shower for the non-babies.
Yes. Let's talk.
You got to play. Okay. I have so many ideas. We're going to talk.
Listen. And we'll blast it out. It's gonna be a big thing. It's gonna be a big goofball thing, and everybody's gonna want to copy us. But everybody in chat right now, Big Johnson, Expert, are talking about we're gonna have a conception day party May 20th. You're all invited, okay? And time to be determined. And here's what the deal is: when other people try to have their own, you tell them, I've already been invited to one.
We did it first.
Yeah.
No,
don't be clout chasers. Come hang out with the small streams.
Anyone else
who wants to
join us, bring them in. I said anyone else who wants to do them, tell them to join us. Bring it in. Let's get a party.
I have final say. I may not like some people.
Well, you don't have to bring everyone
let's just put it like this. There's going to have to be certain things that Megan Fox is going to have to, if she wants part of this. She's mean to me.
You just need to toughen up a little bit. She's a mean big sister, but she does it out of love. It's called tough love, but she is fiercely loving of her little brothers, and you gotta toughen up. I don't know how she's been mean to you though. I've just seen how she is in general, and I just think
Do you
she's like
see
the
what
protective big
Rosalind
sister.
put in Twitter today?
No, I'm not on Twitter.
Are you not? Smart.
Do you know how many like social media apps and things I have? It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I do. Hey, have you met me? I'm everywhere. It sucks. I need to get a hold of it all. So, okay, so May 20th, Conception Day party. Hang on. Let's get this finalized. You know what? Like, this is totally the other day I saw Dave Neal and Megan Fox doing something, and they kind of they squirreled off and they came up with something like this. Nothing like this. Just they reminded me of their conversation, how they both got excited and stuff. And I just want you to know that I think we're much better than them. They're great people. Love them.
I'm not going to compare.
I'm just kidding.
Them.
Huh?
I said I'm not going to compare because I love them, but you're pretty.
Well, I know. I'm teasing because because of Megan. She's mean.
I haven't gotten.
You guys know. Everybody knows her and I are good. So, all right, hang on a second. Oh, this will be so much fun. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Stir. I meant to send that to you and I didn't tag you.
Hang on, I messed that up. I think it doesn't matter anyway. Is it Clayton? See. Oh, wait. Let's do Clay. And
ooh, it appears she may have actually bought in a rental property. I want to take back what I said on how she didn't buy anything, because with how confusing this is, with how terrible my memory is, I'm very aware that I might misspeak on things. So when I do, and I know it, I definitely want to backtrack and correct myself. So I will correct myself right now and say it does appear that she has a listing in Scottsdale on one of the Facebook groups for a condo that was closed on in September. So she may have followed through and purchased a different rental property with someone besides Clayton.
When you say how bad your memory is and everything, have you met me?
It's why we work well together. One of us will remember something and we can like bounce it off.
Is this good?
What?
The scrolling across the screen?
I love it. Clay, baby.
Yes, that's how we're gonna do it. Oh, this is so wonderful. This is gonna be so much fun.
Oh, we got a misconception or non-conception day. I like the additive there.
Oh, that is. Oh, wait a second here. All right, now you guys see, this is what chat does to you. This is why I say don't read it, because you go something and then they outdo you. They're so much better than me. Well, I mean, that's not saying much. That's why this is their. Hang on, let's see here. This is their channel. I just do what they tell me to.
Major Mom came from What the Hales. That's another one. If I wasn't so deep into this Laura Owens one, I'd probably be all over the What the Hales. But my brain cannot keep up.
Is that how you spell misconception, by the way? Is that a good way to spell it?
How we spell it. I like it. Yeah. And to touch on, Stir Crazy made a really good point. Like, Clayton's gone through hell. Many, many men have gone through hell because of this woman. So I don't want to take light of that. And this celebration, it's not to make a mockery of that, but it's celebrating the fact that like we've come together and we've got this cool community now who all want justice and who all want to see this through. And this never would have happened. I never would have met you, Expert, if it wasn't for the misconception. But I think it's cool to signify that of like, this has been a year since this woman has finally been outed. So no disrespect, and I hope it doesn't truly offend anyone, but we gotta
let me hang on real quick, guys. Rally Sport here, he's my buddy from the UK. I've always, and he always has an open invite to come hang out with me. He won't do it, but he has a channel. He's a hoot to listen to. If you go over, you see Rally, go over there and tell him that you saw him here. I love this guy. And Rally was he's been here since like I had like 100 subs. I mean, he's just a cool guy. And I'm always honored when he comes in. Okay, so we're on. I want to put a marker where we are. Is that okay with you? Like we're on the September 28th hearing, the contempt hearing.
The
I think
ERC
that's a good.
is the 28th.
The what?
The early resolution conference is scheduled for September 28th. Let's end it. We're ending.
When was
it
the
at
contempt?
August. That was August. Hold on. I'll get you the exact date.
Did they have a court hearing on contempt?
I'm not sure. I think it all got paused because of waiting on paternity.
Okay, let's stop with contempt.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And then if you'll give me a few more moments here, because you brought up something a second ago. Okay, so everybody remember, we have gone from the beginning to the contempt. Okay.
We've gone from May 20th, misconception, to August 23rd.
Hey, we've gone all the way back to Bachelorette.
Yeah. Well, yes. We've gone all the way.
August because
23rd.
we're gonna start talking about some Bachelor stuff with some people. I am,
really?
And so yeah. Why not? Because Bachelor's a huge thing. There are so many people. There's a lot of people that don't know about this. And when you start bringing in Bachelor and all that stuff, like my wife is a huge Bachelor and Bachelorette fan.
Okay.
She remembers Clayton and thought he was great. She remembers him on Bachelorette, all that stuff. She didn't know this was happening. Yeah, she found out when I found out. She found out like 3 days after I found out. And I think that's when I first met Megan Fox. She was talking about it, and I was like, wait a second. It was on MG Laws.
Yeah.
And I said, Megan, like, what are you talking about? Yeah. And she's like, you don't know this? I said, never heard of it.
Clayton is a private person. He's a public figure, but he wouldn't have come out with this. This would have gone away quietly. It came out because of Laura Owens. I got into this case because of Laura Owens directly. Like this got popularity and publicity, whether it be from her Sun article, whether it be from her going off on Reddit, whether it was her father's Facebook post. A lot of her father's audience didn't even know that this was going on until he posted about it. And that brought people in. Like her publicizing this is why we all know. And I'm really, really grateful. Because look at what we found out and how long this has been going on. And she would not stop. I hope she will now because she's a household name for a lot of us.
But I just said a lot of stuff there that now I want to go back. This is stuff that no. This is great because thank you. Because this is really raw information that people are hungry for, and you have this. I want to talk to you. Not live. We talk all the time, so we'll talk off streaming, and I want to go back over some of the stuff like you're talking about, like how she brought it out. The thing the very first thing you said, and that when you're talking about how she brought it out and everything was her Sun article. She wrote the article?
Yes.
Do you have that? Could you send that to me?
I don't have that. I can find it for sure. In my hand,
it's that you don't need it right now. That's just something like, because that amazes me when people do stuff like that. So I'm excited. I hope you are. I hope the chat is. I think we have a lot of stuff here because here's what I've noticed about everybody else. They're chomping at the bit to get to court. But in the meantime, and Big Johnson, you're the one that brings it up. There are 2 other guys besides Clayton, or 3, 4 other guys.
4 other
confirmed. He's number 5.
Megan Fox just put out a plea to everyone today asking, we know of 5 and spanning back 10 years. So there's got to be more. Deadline is due this May 10th to have those guys come forward. So I'm asking as well, if you or someone you know has been one of her victims, please come forward. Please come talk to us so that we can get this evidence out there, because she's habitual in what she's been doing. And she's, yeah.
Hang on real quick. Rally. I just saw Big Johnson in the chat, and I checked out her channel, and I was like, she was answering questions in the chat before the content was getting brought up on screen. And so we talked, and I noticed we have a very good dynamic. And I was like, this could be something. And so that's why she's here. And she's very gracious to be here with a jabroni like me. So
I love it.
Well, is there anything else? Okay, you said so the Sun articles. AZ Techie, Arizona Techie says there's like 6 articles. How does she keep writing all these articles?
So, in the beginning, I believe like her whole plan was to scare I believe her whole plan was to scare Clayton into compliance by threatening to go public. So she reached out to the Huffington Post, Page 6, the New York Times, the Sun, and multiple others. The Sun was the only one who published it. Because do you want me to read what she sent to all of them? Because I have that quote here.
Yeah.
As she was trying to get people interested. She
Please.
says, I have a tip regarding Clayton Echard and a pregnancy. His treatment of the mother is horrendous and consistent with his image as a manipulator. He is also not the self-help and suicide prevention advocate he claims to be. Despite his efforts on social media to prove that he is a changed man, that is not who he is in private. I have plenty of evidence. I am part of this story, but will only submit it if you keep my name anonymous. I will not give the information without signing an agreement that confirms that. And she sent that to Clayton and said, I've sent this to Huffington Post and someone else, and they're both interested. And basically, if you don't respond to me, I'm taking it public. Yeah.
And did he release that?
This email was in one of the court proceedings. So I believe it was attached to... I'd have to look. I'm not sure which one it was attached to, but it either came from his attorney or her attorney.
Sorry, I kind of faded away with the last few words you said. I just got a message. MG Law is okay.
Yes.
He says that it was a town to the northwest took a direct hit, and the velocity radar is showing 160 mile an hour winds.
Oh my
God. But he says nothing yet. So I think he's still expecting things. And I asked him to keep me posted. So if I find out stuff, I'll let you guys know. Okay.
That's so scary. I'm so glad he's okay. But that you never know. The weather changes so quick.
Oh.
But
hang on a second.
As you look that up, I'll read other quotes from her. She says,
please do. Please. Thank you so much.
Yeah. In her email to Clayton, she says, Clayton, I was going to ask if you wanted to read the article I wrote before submitting it to the Huffington Post, but I know you won't respond, so I'll just take that as your permission to send it as is. Before I do that, and prior to your work getting involved with withholding income for child support, I wanted to ask one last time about the agreement. I added a few things that are in bold. Here it is. And then she attaches version 4 of the relationship agreement that she was trying to get Clayton to sign, which I think is just next level manipulation. And I don't think I could ever be happy in a relationship that had a contract signed on how I need to behave. But there's that. Another line that I enjoy of hers is, I am owed an apology for the way you have treated me, and you would be lucky to have the opportunity to explore things with me, not the other way around. Let me know tonight. I'm done giving you power. All the best, Laura.
Hold on. Go back to the beginning there. Say that. Please say that to me again. I don't know why it's not registering in my head.
So after her her quoting what she sent to the Page Six and New York Post and Huffington Post. Her last line was, "I am owed an apology for the way you have treated me. And you would be lucky to have the opportunity to explore things with me, not the other way around. Let me know tonight. I'm done giving you power. All the best, Laura."
What does she mean by you'd be lucky to have opportunity to explore things with me, not the other way around?
So in her dating contract or dating agreement.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the dating agreement thingy. Oh, see, this is. Do you see why I was like, I need to know. I need to go in a pattern here. Okay, so go on.
So that was just the end of one of the emails she had sent him, but I do have.
But in her dating agreement, she says,
these are just the changes she's highlighted, but here are the changes to terms of agreement. The couple agrees that. Oh, and while I read this, keep note, party A refers to Clayton and party B refers to Laura. So 1, for the period of 1 week, while determining the best course of action for their pregnancy, party A and party B will exclusively explore a relationship with intention. Meaning, with the goal of it turning into something long-lasting and meaningful. There is no obligation to engage in intercourse if either party is uncomfortable with the act. Number 2.
Wait a second. So this was after she had already performed an act.
Yes. This is
and this is before. Sorry, go on.
It's after May 20th. These don't have the dates on them for when they were sent.
Was this done before she made those essay accusations?
Yes.
So the reason why I asked that is because that's what it sounds like to me, is when she's saying if neither one of us feel like we don't want to.
Yeah.
And she wants him to consent to that. So it feels like to me it's written to be a trap.
Yeah, 100% a trap.
Yeah.
Date me with intention. So we're intentionally dating and you won't sleep with me. You won't sleep with me. You're not being intentional. We have to sleep together. So then you sleep with me. Now I can claim I really am pregnant again. Completely feels like a trap.
It does. Guys, real quick, I want you to know, MG said that he was thinking about streaming, but he doesn't know because there's the line of storms coming. Mm-hmm. And so I sent him a link and I offered him, I said, look, dude, just jump on with us.
Join us.
And that way you can bolt if you need to. So I don't know. I haven't heard back about like the exact same time I sent that. He also said that in the town that got hit, there are 2 confirmed fatalities as of right now. So yeah, it's bad out there. Hang on a second. Let me see what's happening real quick. So this is what happens. So let me see how I can do this. So Big Johnson, welcome to the live streams here. I'll hold on. Hold what I just said for a second.
I agree, Jane. She thinks very, very highly of herself. B for Bish guy.
What is?
Yeah. Bruce agreed. The Sun put enough details that she was easily searchable. That's how I found her.
Real quick, this is what's happening
right there. So we had a tornadic supercell move through Barnesdall, also through the Washington County area, the Bartlesville area, and then from there all the way back down here, this line of flooding rainfall. A lot of dime, nickel, and quarter-size hailstones here, but there's no giant hail in this line. There's a bunch of small and medium-sized hail and some flooding rainfall as it moves
I mean,
to the
Oklahoma's
east.
just
Still
been
that one
hit.
hook
So,
there, which
guys, the
continues.
reason
It's
why I'm showing
riding a
this is because
boundary.
my
It's
buddy
riding a
MG
wind
Law,
shift line, so it's
he
making an
lives
effort
in
to lower
Oklahoma.
down to
So
cloud
when
base.
storms
It's been a
hit
lot
in
of strong
Oklahoma,
mid-level
they hit the whole
rotation, but it is lowering and
flat.
getting
It's
lower
straight
now down
across.
to the cloud base. So here's the big supercell that moved through Barnesdall and through Bartlesville. Here's the velocity. That was a tornado that went through Barnesdall, Oklahoma, moving at about 70 miles an hour up into northern Washington County. So here's back down into Lincoln County and Logan County. And
Okay,
this
hang on a second.
rotation here is getting a little bit lower down,
All right,
closer
let me
to the cloud
do another
base.
one.
So it's making an effort to become more organized down at low levels. But still, there is no tornado warning. Got several trackers on that. Let's go to Aaron Brackett in the Interceptor now in Logan County looking at that. Aaron? So Aaron Brackett is in the Interceptor in Logan County, North Edmond area, as that storm tracks to the east around 35 miles per hour. And we also have Gage Shaw there. There's Aaron Brackett. There's Gage Shaw.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Yeah, Mike, this thing, we tried to take Seward east with it, and we ran out of road. We were trying to see if we could get a visual while that couple
Sorry,
was
y'all,
really good. We never quite did. We're going to go back north and go east out of Guthrie and try to get a...
Wait, which one was I just sharing? Was I sharing that one? Hang on, which one am I on? Ah, crud. All right. We'll go back to this. I got so many things happening right now. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you?
Okay, so this is where we just were, right? Oh, hold on. Sorry. I don't have it on stage. Sorry. So this is a storm tracker. This is out there in the stream. Now, what I want to show you though is because MG told me to turn on this. That's what I want to go to is we're going to share the screen, and it's this one. Share. I'm not set up for a live right now, or for live news. Sorry. All right. So what is happening here?
It did weaken some, and we continue to track the leading edge of these storms pushing out now of Nowata County and getting into western Craig County. Now these storms produced a 59 mile per hour gust in Talala, and just within the last about 10 minutes in Nowata, wind gusts came up to 50 at the Mesonet site. So that will track into parts of Craig County, Centralia to Welch, down to Veneta. And so Veneta is going to be in the next about 20 minutes or so. It's moving east at about 50. It does track towards Chelsea. That will be at 10:38. Estella by 10:42. Sunsweet Trav by 10:43.
Okay. And so what we're looking at, one other thing we want to do, and I think we do have some news operations folks that are also in the Barnsdall area. So we might get a chance to talk to Craig and Lori in a minute. But I do want to talk about this thunderstorm here for a minute. There's a couple of them that we're watching. So these are lining up. So Sequoia is going to intercept some of this as well. And then Bob's intercepting the one over by Shoto. And then John, we'll see what happens with him. But let's look at these storms a little bit closer. We'll go down this line first and make sure we're not missing anything. This is a severe warned storm right now. So this is around the Pegs area. So there is some hail associated with this. And this is considered a severe thunderstorm. So some winds to 60 miles an hour possible. This just went over Fort Gibson Lake.
This is the guy. So now
on this storm
MG is telling me
just
there's
kind
a
of
new
hanging
one.
in there. It doesn't seem to be too impressive just on the south.
We are doing now this one real quick. Turn that down. Go back over here. We go live. So, sorry.
They're growing just fine.
So he's watching.
The leading storm is, starting to show more
radar
of
on his phone.
a sign of developing a mesocyclone. A
One
rotating
tornado
base.
perimeter for Oklahoma City is now maxed out. Oh,
we're just going to have to watch and see what happens here.
This is scary, man. I mean, hang on. I'm going to mute this. I'm going to keep it running, but I'm going to pull it down for a second. So this is scary. I mean, there are people, literally, our buddy MG Law is in a storm shelter while these storms are coming across. He was watching what I was pulling up is what he's watching right now. And he says that there's a strong tornado perimeter for Oklahoma City is now maxed out. I don't even know what that means. He's saying, so he's listening. Means the storm move through Oklahoma City area, then they could be catastrophic. If storms move through Oklahoma City, they could be catastrophic right now.
Jesus.
Golly, man, that's just. Oh wait, hold on. There he is. Hey, everybody, say hello to MG Law. How you doing, bud?
Hey.
Prayers for you, man.
Yes.
Prayers for you.
Glad to hear from you. I thought we'd have to wait until tomorrow, and that would have been long 12 hours.
Yeah, right. And that happens a lot. I'll find out something. I'll send him a message. I'll be like, dude, are you okay? And stuff. Hey, there is. I'm Michelle. God, what is wrong with me? You know, I went to Memphis public schools, so I can't read and stuff like that. You know. But anyway, Jessica Kruger, I am her #1 fan, y'all. So Jessica is greasing. I hope you are back home and safe and had a good time, or still there having a good time. We have a line of storms getting closer to us, but it looks like mostly straight line winds and rain, at least for now. Yeah, stay safe, MG. Not in a shelter, but still in the closet, is what Yamaha Biker says about you, MG. As long as you stay in that closet, you'll be safe. So, yes. By the way, MG, when all this passes, please send out a tweet. Please let me know in Discord, and I will also I'll send all that out, because you have a lot of fans. A lot of people love you here, brother. So, closet in the interior of the home is one of the safest places to be.
Good to know. Build a greater custom closet, still safe.
So, there's some people I know that should be in the interior closet of their home all the time, maybe. All right. So with all this horrible knowledge on our mind, let's try to get back. I like ending on high notes, right? So, and we'll do our. Look, I blocked everything. I can't see anything. Sorry about that. I'm horrible at touching buttons.
It's hard when there's so many buttons. I get very confused. The back end is not easy to manage, you guys.
Did I ever tell you what Volstorm said about me? It's like Volstorm, he's my real life friend, right? Uh-huh. And he used to make so much fun of me. Hang on a second. Boom, look at the rain coming down.
Jesus.
That's Barnesdale. That's where we got hit real bad. So look at the emergency crews out there and everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's devastating.
So Volstorm, he did a live stream after being on with me and everything else, and because he kept saying, he's like, God, man, you suck. Oh, awesome. Hang on a second real quick. And Jessica Kruger says, I am still in Minnesota for 2 more days. We have basements in Minnesota. I don't even know what that means from everything I've said. And there's the man right there, Traveling Fools. How you doing, buddy? So it's oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, crap. Where's the stream?
We're still on.
No, not that. Hang on. Hang on real quick. Come on. Hurry up, dummy. Hurry up. That's not it. Not it. Where'd he go? Nope. Okay. Well, I lost it.
1.5 miles wide, MG is saying, about the tornado that hit Barnesdale. That's insane.
So they're just showing Barnesdale. I saw, let's see, what channel was that? But that's still there. News 6. Why can I not find News 6? There it is. All right, cool. And he comes back. This guy keeps coming back. You know what I can do? You know what?
We have a couple areas of concern that we're looking at. I mean,
carrying them to safety,
so
and
this
there
was
is
minutes
tons
ago
of piles of debris
in
everywhere.
Barnesdale,
so many
Oklahoma.
homes have been destroyed, and if you look over here, there is a roof that has tons of debris on top of it. There are power lines that have fallen in the middle of the road, and right now first responders are going door to door to look for people and do safety checks in homes to make sure nobody is trapped and everybody is okay. There is a lot of water here, so we did see a couple people fall, and right now we don't know if there are any injuries. And it's raining very hard, and we are seeing a lot of downed trees as well. This neighborhood was hit really hard, and there are people walking around. As I said, law enforcement and first responders are walking through this neighborhood, checking on neighbors. We saw people carrying their dogs out, and now people are looking to keep dry and find somewhere safe. There are going to be several people displaced, needing somewhere to stay. We're seeing a lot of debris piled up down trees as neighbors are helping neighbors here. So I'm going to send it back to you, Craig and Laura.
So she goes back to this, and we're going to go live. So this is
Travis, so we're getting really strong winds as this come in. Right now they're about 30 miles an hour, but they are gusting on and off. That's about 60 miles an hour. And we just lost power here in town as well, Travis.
Oh, wow.
All right. So again, a very powerful severe thunderstorm.
Iron Rabbit.
Up in Montgomery County, Kansas. That's a storm. And Stacia's, that's still part of the system. And so let's get you moving and try to get back out, and let's go back to radar to show you where it is in respect to what's going on. So he's in Edna. Power just went out there. Bartlett, you're probably up next. Still powerful right across Mountain Valley, Penfield, and from Liberty. So this has moved from Montgomery County now over into Labette County. So we have our severe thunderstorm warning across this area for you guys. There is a circulation feature up in here. A lot of that has to do
live right now. Let's go to this.
All right, Susan says winds are picking up in Miami. Yeah, that gust front's getting a little bit closer to you. All right, let me check a couple other things real quick, and then we're going to jump on and do a cut in. See if I.
Where is this?
No.
Oh, Bartlettsville. Okay, so this is Oklahoma. Kansas is. I don't know my geography.
Give me a second. Let me kind of group here, and then we're going to give a.
What's next to Oklahoma?
Kind of rundown.
I'm gonna pull up the map.
All right, I'll tell you what. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have fun. Okay, we're going to pull this off. We're going to do a couple minutes. We'll talk about stuff, get things going, and then we'll get out of here. And guys, if something big happens later on tonight, I'll come back do a live. MG says that solid white line in the middle of the screen is Oklahoma Kansas line. Okay. Iron Rabbit, be safe, please. Okay. You too, MG Law. Now, let's go back. Let's do some fun here. Okay. So Big Johnson, the expert, May 20th for the Clay, Bay, and Laura Owens misconception party.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, and let's put some meaning behind it. Like, obviously I said that we're celebrating how this community has come together, but like we could do a fundraiser. We could raise money for victims in this case, for other victims of false accusations. We've already talked about maybe this can get us to change the law. So what if maybe we could find out how to get a petition started that we can get people to come in and sign? But like, let's get people together and celebrate, but like, make movement with this too.
Here's what I've my experience with YouTube. And when I say my experience is going to be different than other people's experience. Just because I just realized you put things in private chat. I don't read private chat. You got to tell me you put stuff up there. Sorry. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So that's a good idea. I like everything you're saying. The main thing that I see with me is like right now, the most powerful thing we have is our words. It is getting people interested in having this. And so, like, I mean, there's a lot of people. You saw it tonight, how many people in the chat are like, I don't know what's going on in this, what's happening. So there's this funny element, and there's a legal element, and there's a bachelor element, and there is an activism element. So there's 4 things here all happening at one time,
if not more.
Yeah, I mean, that's just me guessing right off the top of my head. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So before you do the next step, let's do our first steps. And what we need to do is we got to get. I was serious when I told you I want to do this with you. Like you understand this part. I'm already working on people that like are bachelor people and stuff. And if we can grow this big enough, I think that we can see something that if it's happened on YouTube, I haven't seen it. And that's something I like, because it'll be new and unique. And as we go down the road, it will continue to expand. And as we get closer to that, was it the 20th, right? So we get closer to that date, we'll know more and what our direction will be in. But I think this is going to be great. I think it's a wonderful idea. And the main thing that I like is that we have fun with this. You know, that's at the end of the day, it's better to have fun than because people will start picking sides very soon. Yeah. And when they pick sides, they get very mean and they get very hateful, and they turn this bad for everyone. And I'd like for us to be a safe place where you get to have fun. I think everybody, you don't even have to pick a side with us. It doesn't have to be Laura or Clayton. What it needs to be is that over resounding issue. And that is that there's a problem with our legal system, and our legal system is a puppet of the laws that the legislature passes, and the legislature is the puppet of the people that elect them. So it's I think you're right. I like your idea. If we can really have a good time with this and do something
this out and make it something really cool. But I like how you keep emphasizing, though, the fun of it. I'm definitely a person that, like, I cope with trauma with humor. And I think that's why I was so attracted to your channel and why we hit it off so well. That's not everyone's cup of tea. Humor through trauma isn't, but I think it's how I deal with things and survive. And I think it keeps things light when we're facing something so heavy. And this is all super heavy.
Yeah.
So
people like you and I are, at least in my experience, so we'll say like people like me, what I've noticed is that you will have someone who comes along and wants to be a doggy downer, and they don't appreciate you having that gallows humor, you know. Hey, JWH78. They don't appreciate, they want you to, I always think they're kind of snobbish. I think that they're trying to say, I can have sorrow more than anybody can have sorrow. I can do this, you know, and so they want to put down you for like laughing at something or making fun of something. And in reality, life doesn't thrive through depression. Life thrives through friendship. You develop friendships not because, oh, we're the 2 saddest people on the internet. You do it because
misery loves company.
Yeah, well, that's a whole subject in its own. This could be misery. This is I've ruined this whole case for Big Johnson. So that's I'm her company now. So there you go. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Paula Carpenter, trust me, we all know Yuri was very sarcastic and dark. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love Paula. She talk about people have been talking about blushing. She makes me blush.
I've caught a couple of her comments. I've enjoyment. I don't want to speak up too much because I don't want to get, you know, I've already gotten on the wrong side of Legendary and Zach, but no, I agree. Humor, I mean, as Bruce says, comedy is healthier than booze. And it's not, I don't believe it's disrespectful to cope and to bring the light of things, because there's the time to be dark and serious on this case. And then there are those moments that are so ridiculous. What can we do but laugh at how insane it is? But
yeah, it's I don't know. I think we'll have a good time with this, and we'll figure out. Now May 20th may be the last time that Big Johnson's ever around. She may be like, "Oh, you're an idiot. I'm done, dude. Like you're tarnishing. You've ruined the internet for me. I'm gonna go over here and start listening to transistor radio, staying away from the nets."
Out.
So, do what?
You said that every time I've been on, and I keep coming back. So
I'm always surprised when people come back, and that's never changed. Because I'm very humble by this. Hey, Lady Law. I just I'm very surprised people ever want to come back. So anyway, guys, first of all, I want to say Big Johnson, thank you so much. She was ready in a notice. We didn't have this planned. This was something. See, you had to say that. I'm glad Bad Duck went to bed.
You're right. I probably shouldn't say things. I meant it as like it was that last minute, but I forget who some of the chat is, and that I shouldn't say that.
No, it's fine.
Learning. I'm not used to being out here and vulnerable like this, so I'll figure it out.
Arizona Techie, it is crazy how many different channels this case has helped me find. I saw it on Law Talk with Mike originally, who had Dave Neal on. Then he had Megan Fox on. They both had MG Law on, and he had you. Well, Arizona Techie, I hope that you've subscribed. Oh, wait, hold on. Anyway, let me finish my thought. Arizona Techie, I hope you have subscribed and that you come back. Friday nights are really fun around here. Really fun.
I enjoy.
So check that out. And look right here. He woke up.
Welcome back, Bad Ducky.
Oh my gosh. See, I love Paula.
I was just reading that one.
Legendary was talking about your problems before the stream about how you weren't prepared.
I've got clothes on. Yeah. Well, I had to
says, unfortunately,
I had to ice my knee, but I made it. Okay.
You're done with the Karen Reed case. You can't take any more, Lady Law. Lady Law, that's my problem with all cases. They wear me out. That's why I think that we can do something here really fun. I like that Big Johnson is not a member of the whole legal.
I'm not educated in the legal community. I have my own experiences through my childhood and my own dealing with crazy girls. But yeah, I appreciate that I'm ignoring that, Bad Ducky. I appreciate that you bring me on to hear my voice, because it's a different perspective than everyone who's educated in the law side of it.
You are, hey Christian, you are, you haven't been, I'm not, the words that are coming to mind are not what I want to say, but you have a very fresh perspective that I don't want to see tarnished. That's why I'm so eager to have you around, because let's face it, every time this thing works out and goes live, it's fresh for me. You know, I mean, come on, what do I know? I'm horrible at stuff. I forgot all about this. So tell us more about this. You and Zach. Okay, so let me just read this for everybody. Zach with a super chat here says that if Big Johnson deals with trauma and humor, she better have some jokes ready for when she gets knocked out in the first round on Sunday. Well, what's happening that you and him are going into the octagon, right?
Zach didn't show up this past Sunday to the octagon for his beatdown. So I don't know why he's rescheduling for next Sunday. I don't know what happened with Zach and I. We got beef, and we're gonna duke it out, apparently.
Well, you know, I'm glad that you guys can. Have you ever been to Slap Mountain? Do you know about the Slap Mountain?
I feel like that's a trick question.
Oh no, it's a beautiful place. Oh my gosh. Stick around long enough. I only have like 6 stories, so you'll hear them if you stick around. But you know, Zach, thank you so much for the super chat. And you know, man, here's to you. Good luck Sunday. That last one was an accident. That last one was an accident. I was trying to get back over here to the chat. Anyway, again, thank you, Big Johnson. Hang around for a second if you don't mind. And guys, prayers for MG Law. Follow him on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. And anything that he posts, I will redo. And if MG, send me a message if you have to go into the storm shelter, I'll start a stream up. And so it'll be and I'll send you a link and we'll just wait to hear from you if that works out, if that's cool. And so yeah, I'm sacrificing sleep right now. Listen, I love you guys so much. This is the best chat on the tubes. Thank you again, Big Johnson. You are way too kind. And guys, tomorrow night, okay, mark your calendars. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., maybe 9:05, is Taco Tuesday trivia. Come and try to outwit the White Rabbits trivia. 30 questions. It's only like an hour. It is so much fun. You get to see the White Rabbit put me in my place because I can't. She puts words that I don't understand and I don't know how to pronounce them. And so I sound like a goober. So if you want all that goodness, please, tomorrow night. And besides, I'll tell you what, guys, and this is just between us. Like, nobody's really watching. It's only 170 people here. So this is just between us. You guys have no idea how happy that makes my wife. And I love you guys for it. Please come by, hang out, watch the chat. If you don't have to play trivia, just to watch, it's a good show. She does great. And, you know, all that stuff. I'm proud of her. Guys, I love y'all so much. Thank you for coming here. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, 9 p.m. Big Johnson, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait, hold on. That's not it. I hit the wrong thing. How do you end this thing?
Chris Jenner, shoot me a DM on Discord. I'm looking at your chats.
And Chris Jenner, how is that sister you have? Kanye's sister, wife.
Well,
Bye.
I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord